Hey, what is going on, guys? Joey Shake 72. We have Desert Eagle 90 here. Everybody voted on the live streams for Fridays 10:30, so I guess this is going to be the day we're going to do this, and we're going to change it up a little bit. And Desert Eagle 90 has agreed that we're going to try every Friday to stream together. Every Friday, and kind of just go through everything that's going on for the week. And obviously, the draft is around the corner, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's got to come here as fast as possible. So, Desert, what's going on, man? How you doing? It's been a while since we live streamed, so
It has been a while. It has been a while. I'm happy we're gonna be doing this every Friday. Very excited for it, man. Draft is right around the corner, but only thing that's kind of gonna suck is that day one of the draft, your boy's gonna turn 31. So I think I will actually be able to live stream during that day too. But what time does the draft start?
I think 8 o'clock.
It's probably gonna be tough, but hopefully we'll get back in time by then. But anyway, first of all, the real question is, how are you feeling about the draft? Because I know you've been doing a lot, about the prospects and everything. But how are you feeling about the draft?
I'm feeling nervous as usual. I mean, I don't know which way they're going to go. I really don't at this point. Like, I maybe figure they're maybe try to, I think they have to trade up if they're trying to get the guy that they want. They have to move in front of Dallas, move in front of the New York Giants, where they, Giants can go any way with this draft. There's already been news about, I guess from Adam Schefter, the Cowboys are not moving up in this draft at all. They're not trading up, but trading back is a possibility as well. So there's a lot that really goes into it, but it just depends on who is the guy for the Philadelphia Eagles in the first round and what are they going to do. So let me give a shout out to the chat quick, and I got David in here. What's going on? Matt Weeks, what's going on? Loyalist, what's going on, man? Trav 202, what's going on, man? Simon Mesidor, hey everybody! Before the chat started, listen to this idea. Big Play Slay, what's going on? We have Nick Mormando here. Dave says, I like that countdown. Oh, that's on StreamYard because I have nothing else to use right now. I haven't created anything else for it. But Alicart27, what's going on, man? We have, let's see, DFresh94, what's going on, man? Always here. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Nina Alston, what's going on? We got Beef Taco. You sound the same as Sar whenever he was rambling. Have you realized that? Ref Taco.
Ref Taco, okay.
Did I say Beef Taco?
Yeah.
I said Beef Taco. Sorry. Eagles have landed. What's going on? What's up, guys? Y'all shaking in the desert?
Hey, that's a good name right there. Shaking in the desert. that's a good one right there.
We got Tim Brea. Jay Koch, what's going on? What's going on, bro? D Mac, what's going on, man? Brandon Rogers in here. 300 in here. What's going on, man? My dad has a copy of a scanner in case trolls come in here to see where the trolls live at. I guess it's a good thing. So Desert, so about the draft, so where do you think we're going? We're trading up or trading down? Just what your thoughts have been. It doesn't have to be in order or anything, but your thoughts going into the whole process of this draft and what's going on, so.
Honestly, man, from the gate, I'm not sure if you remember if I said this, but I said this in your stream. I said this in Brunson. I think Philly 500, I'm not sure, but I said we were going to move back. And because I had a feeling we was going to move back. I felt like we was better off moving back rather than going for a generational talent wide receiver such as, what's his name? Jamar Chase. Sorry.
Right.
Kind of slipped my mind there. But
right.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just such a typical how we think to do. It's just such a typical how we think to do. It's just at this point, no matter what we do, what we say, what we research, look up the numbers, it doesn't matter what's going to happen. He's probably going to get someone that just we least expect. It's probably going to be a reach. I don't know. God forbid. God forbid. If you guys are by any trees, any wood, please knock on wood. But Howie, please. Don't F this up. Please don't F this up.
No, you can't.
What's up, Ryan? What's up? But Howie's not really good when it comes to drafting in the first round. More likely second and above, perhaps. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what to expect at this point.
Now, like,
Howie.
What do you take moving back from 6 to 12? Like, what do you think that whole process was when they started at 6 and how they traded back and why they traded back from 6 to 12 in the beginning?
I kind of think it was a panic move. I think it was way too soon, to be honest with you. Because whoever we needed would have been right there. Right there. The whole idea of even tossing the game to Washington, it totally defeated the purpose. I mean, anybody we wanted was right there. We like that's another talent we just missed out on.
Yeah.
That's another talent we just missed out on. Now we what was I going to say? We totally destroyed the Giants. We totally hurt the Giants' feelings when we gave the game to Washington. Just for us to take number 6, we did all of that, took the L, took the embarrassment and everything just to move back behind them. So it's like, what was the point? We had opportunity. Now we got to hope that Dallas is going to move back. Because now the only one we have to worry about is the Giants. Because the Giants are going to want one of the guys that we're targeting. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of talks about them getting Kyle Pitts. Likewise with Dallas. They're very divided about that. But jock talk. But I have a feeling we're probably going to stay put, to be honest with you. I think we're going to stay put.
All right.
That's all I can say there.
But before, and I'm going to debate you on that because I think that the Eagles had a shout out to Philly Notion, by the way. I will say something in a second. I think the Eagles had something on the table. I think because they were at 6, I think Miami offered them a first-round pick pretty quickly, and the Eagles kind of had to take it. And you're moving back not too far in the draft. It's not like we're moving back to the 19th, 20th overall pick. We're only moving back to 12. It's pretty close to the top 10. So, I mean, they could easily trade back up with the 11 picks they have now. So I think the offer was on the table. They couldn't pass up on taking a first-round pick from Miami. And potentially you could have 3 first-round picks. Obviously, if the Colts make the playoffs or if Carson Wentz plays 75% of the snaps, is going to be really where it counts the most. So I agree with what you're saying, but I think like there was an offer on the table, and I mean I think all the QB talk has been like drafting a QB has been mostly a smokescreen at this point. And I think Howie Roseman, his strength is trading. I think the trades are good. Because I think when you look at Miami, you look at the Philadelphia Eagles for that trade back, whatever. I think the Eagles won that trade because I think the Eagles somebody would have gave up a lot more for that trade. I think Miami didn't get as much as they wanted, which should have been more. But at the same time, I think the Eagles are in a really good stand right now to trade up in this draft to do something. Plus, you have Zach Ertz that's still looming around as some trade bait right now, so you could definitely use that. But
Zach Ertz, there's Andre Dillard, there's another one. I mean, what number is Houston? They've always wanted Andre Dillard. I mean,
yeah.
What number is Houston? Or did they get? No, I don't think they gave that up.
I don't think they have a first-round pick this year. Ooh. I don't think Texans have first-round pick because they gave away like three or four firsts or whatever it was for when they got Tunsil and a couple other guys from Miami. That's why Miami had all these first-round picks. So shout out to Philly Notion for the super chat. What's going on, man? He says, fellas, what's your review on Howie thus far? So take free agency into account. We had no money. We had $3 million. So
I mean, expect too much about that. Yeah.
No. So what do you take? Take the free agent signings. Take whatever Howie's done so far. What do you? How are you ranking him right now?
He's great when it comes to salary cap. That's all I can say that's positive about him. But drafting, I have really, I just don't know what to expect. I have no idea what to expect when it comes to the draft. I just don't know. I really don't know. All I can say is he got us out of salary cap hell. Even though I mean we can't really make a lot of moves because we still don't have much cap, but it's much better than what we was before. I mean, how much were we over? Like, was it
70 million at one point?
70 million at one point. Yeah.
Even the Saints were like 93 million over, and they were able to make moves. They were actually able to make moves surprisingly because they had to restructure contracts. But this is what happens year after year when you can't hit your draft picks. You got to keep restructuring your older players, and that's what you have to do to get back under the cap. So I think at the start of free agency, we only had like under 3 million. So we were fine, but low number in cap, we couldn't really do much. So if I was to really take some of it, I'd be like, okay, Anthony Harris, Eric Wilson, Jordan Howard, small, slow, strategic signings that we had there. You know what I mean? We couldn't obviously pay a lot of money to some of these guys, but I think Eric Wilson is probably the best linebacker we have right now after being that. After Anthony Barr and Eric Kendricks got hurt with the Vikings, he stepped right in and had 133 tackles, 3 sacks. I mean, he was a monster, and he's great in coverage too, which is a good thing. And then getting his teammate Anthony Harris at safety was pretty good too. I actually liked that move a lot. Last year wasn't really a good year, but prior to that, he was making on a franchise tag $11 million. He was making a lot of money 2 years ago, and he was leading the league, I think, with like 6 picks. That was 2 years ago, obviously, but there was a lot of injuries to that defense last year for the Vikings, so there's really a lot to take out of it. But
I will say though, those 2 or 3 signings that we've made are actually they were upgrades. We didn't really have much in linebackers, so signing Eric Wilson, that's a big signing right there. Still,
no.
Anthony Harris, I would say he's a much, much, much bigger upgrade than Jalen Mills. I mean, thank you, Jalen Mills, for your time. I love the swag and all, but I'm sorry, but the talent just couldn't back it up. I love the flow and everything, but still, I mean, good luck in New England, I suppose. But I think Anthony Harris is going to be very, very exciting. And the other safety we signed prior, I guess you could say it's just depth. It's a depth move.
Yeah, Adams from I forgot his full name, but Adams from the Buccaneers. He's like 28 years old, veteran guy. He's played more special teams than starting experience, but he's started a good amount of games too. So I mean, you have a solid veteran there. So which isn't really a bad thing either. Mm-hmm. What do you think about I forgot his name. I'm going for safety here. Since Rodney McLeod is going to be out probably a quarter of the season, half the season, he's going to be out for a while. So what do you think about Wallace being there and what he's going to bring to the table? Because obviously I don't think any of these guys had chances. We can go through this whole roster. We can go back and forth all day, bro, and say that none of these guys really had chances. So
I think it's about that time for Kayvon Wallace. I'm very excited for his future, but I think it's about that time he shut up and play. Action speak. I mean, we all can agree. Actions speak louder than words, and all he's been doing, all he's been doing is running his mouth on Twitter. A little meek there. Trigger fingers. But he's got a. I'm excited for Kayvon Wallace. He's going to get. I guess you could say he's going to get more time in the field, but it's time to see what you're made of. We have, many people have high expectations. They're saying you're the next Brian Dawkins and everything. So I mean, it's time to put the phone down and see what you can do. I mean, I'm excited for him. I'll give him about another year or two. See what he do. You said Rodney McLeod's going to be out for a couple games. You say?
Well, because that injury was so late last year, he might not be ready for the beginning of the season. Right. So he could be out. He could be out a quarter of the season. He could be out half the season. So you really don't know how he's going to stay out. But Kayvon Wallace, he's got a lot of talk, but he's got to match his play with it. And I think this is going to be the year in Jonathan Gannon's defense where hopefully he shows up, does some good things there, and does some things. So let me go through some of these supers real quick. We got. John Gill with the super chat. Thank you very much, man. He says, I'm hoping Howie is feeling the heat and knows has to hit on these picks. Maybe now he will listen to football guys with picks. And I mean, here's my question. Do you think that Nick Sirianni has Howie's ear just a little bit? For the way Nick Sirianni is and how excited he is, do you think that he's not in this draft at all?
It's tough. It's really tough, man. I'm still stuck with this whole rock, paper, scissors thing. I mean, we might as well just, play rock, paper, scissors right quick, You want to play rock, paper, scissors right quick? Come on.
Might as well.
You ready? No, put the other side. No, point towards me. Point towards me.
Fuck.
Other side. Other side.
Yeah,
There you go.
I got
There
it.
you go. There you go. Rock, paper, scissors.
I got you. I got you. Look, dude. Look, man. Like, I can't stand. Like, I really can't stand some of these Eagle fans too about that. Like, you know what? Dude, Nick Sirianni is. He's like he's trying to buy you. You know, if you're a draft prospect, he's trying to get as close to you as possible. He's trying to buy you out. He's trying to be that salesman to come to this franchise. That's what it's about. And I think Nick Sirianni can actually do that. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, half these Eagle fans, even some of the vid makers too, are making a big deal about it. I don't know why. You know what I mean? And I really don't. I mean, I understand, like, it sounds corny, but maybe Nick Sirianni's the type of guy, he likes to get close to some of his players. He likes to get close to everybody. You know what I mean? So it's just his personality at the end of the day. So I don't know what you think about it. I don't know what you think about it at all, but we'll see.
One second. 1 second, Joey. My bad.
No. They're in that little
Let me read out something quick.
Give me 1 second.
thing back there.
Oh, I see it. All right.
All right, let me read out. I got some super chats here real quick. Richard Haney says, "Thank you for the super chat, man." He says, "Which position you want in the first round?" And I love you in 500 live streams. Appreciate it, man. What position in the first round, Desert? What do you think?
That's a tough one, man. I'm going to say that's a good one. I'm going to say not necessarily in order, but if we go corner, I'm not necessarily expecting wide receiver, but I'm going to say corner.
You're just your top position. What is the top position? What is the top position you want in the first round? Like what is, or at least who the guy is? Who's your guy in the first round? Like who is your guy right now? Like as of right now.
I haven't seen enough of these guys to really pick, but I'm going to say wide receiver or say corner.
Right.
Wide receiver or corner.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm not even going to name, to be honest with you, because I feel like I don't know what we're doing. I'm not even going to have expectations in the first round, so I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, like I think if the Eagles can, I really don't care who they pick. I really don't. Like it depends. Like if they move up to like one of those three picks, 7, 8, or 9, without giving up a first rounder, it would be nice. But I think if you do move up, I think it's one of 4 players that they could draft. I think it could be J.C. Horn, Pax Surtain, one of those 2 cornerbacks. It could be Devontae Smith is very realistic. Jalen Waddle could be realistic as well. I think the Eagles like Devontae Smith more. That's just me.
I'm hearing Devontae Smith for sure. I'm hearing Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and if Kyle Pitts is drafted out of the top 5, you know what I mean? If he makes it past out of the 5, the Eagles have to make that phone call at the end of the day. I think that's definitely the case because if they want to get their guy, they have to move up in this draft. If they just sit there at 12,
Exactly. They got to move up.
They could get the guy if they sit at 12. They could just pick the best player available at 12. But I kind of want to get in front of the Cowboys and the Giants right now, just to move up a little bit and do something there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. It's main. We definitely got to get past the Giants and the Cowboys. I was going to say that we got to get past the Giants and the Cowboys for sure, because the Cowboys are looking at what's his name? You said J.C. Horn. They're looking at him, and they're very divided about Kyle Pitts. Yeah. Giants, they're looking at Kyle Pitts. So,
I think honestly the Giants can get anybody. I've heard Devontae Smith to the Giants a million times too. I think they can literally get anybody. Because honestly, at the end of the day, they have a loaded roster. It's pretty much a luxury pick at the end of the day. Like it doesn't matter. Like they could trade back. They could stay at at their pick obviously, but do whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. We got a super chat from Eagle Slayer 95, another loyalist, man. Appreciate super chat, man. He says, "My guys,
yes, sir.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, bro. We're honestly we're going to be doing this every Friday. It should be a lot of fun. Obviously, when the dead months come and there's not really much news, and obviously we're just waiting on things to happen. I mean, we'll still stream and we'll get some things done. So appreciate everybody being in here. There is 103 people in the chat right now. Actually, no, 110 people. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, like the stream if you haven't either. We're actually streaming from both channels, from Desert's channel. So if you mind going over to his channel, links in the description. Hit the subscribe button for Desert Eagle 90. He covers the Eagles as well. Just tell them about your channel, Desert. What you like to do on the channel and stuff, and what your situation, what's going on.
I mean, there's multiple things I like to do. I'm actually trying to change it up a bit. Definitely going to get back to talking more Eagles football for sure, especially because the draft is around the corner. I just been pretty slow as of recently because I switched jobs recently, and it was just so much going on with this team. I had no idea what to expect. Normally, I would talk about draft prospects and everything, but yeah, it's just so much complications going on. Still trying to learn about Nick Sirianni, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah.
I talk Eagles football. I play video games at times, with Joey Shakes. Definitely. We always fool around and stuff. I make funny videos here or there. I just talk about whatever, so that's what goes on my main channel. You can say it's been dead recently because, I was going for a bit, but coming back. And also I have a backup channel, Desert Eagle 90 2.0. That's just pretty much where you can say I don't really give a crap about the TOS, terms of service. So,
uncensored
DE, off-season DE, whatever.
That's great. That's great. That's why I have another channel as well, so I could just do whatever on it, and not care.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Someone asked if we play fantasy football. I kind of stopped playing it recently. I like doing that. You kind of got to root against your team at times, and I can't do that. You got to be more of a football fan rather, a team fan. That's how you really win.
Yeah.
Especially when there's money involved. But yeah, you guys, I talk football. I fool around at times. I play video games, just whatever. I have fun on the channel. That's pretty much what it is. I'm mostly active during the season for sure, Eagles related. Every Sunday or every Eagles game day, very hype when it comes to it, but that's just what it is, man. You're more welcome to subscribe if you're, interested. Be greatly appreciated. If not, it's all good, Anyway, man, it's just good to be back on here with the homie Joey Shakes, man. I know it's been a while.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing this every Friday at 10:30. So right now it's a little slow right now, but next week it's the draft.
It's going to be busy. It's going to be
Very
real busy. And if you guys haven't either, tomorrow at 9, I'll be doing my live stream at Philly 500 tomorrow, 9 Eastern. We have the podcast name, and we have a winner already. So that's going to be exciting to unveil that, and obviously some of the other news as well. So
Shout out to the King Dingbat.
King Dingbat.
Yes, sir. Lord Dagger.
We got Dagger with a super chat, man. Hopefully Dagger can get back on YouTube. If you guys haven't checked him out, I know he hasn't really made videos in a while, but he's been busy doing stuff. But one of my good friends on here as well, man. Appreciate it, bro. You didn't have to do that.
Another brother we played with on here too, on the PlayStation 4.
So obviously we heard some news. What do you think about the whole Justin Jefferson? We heard he was saying stuff, obviously, saying about not getting drafted he's glad he didn't get drafted by the Eagles. He's glad with the Vikings. Would it have made a difference if we drafted Justin Jefferson or DK Metcalf? Wouldn't have even made a difference at this point?
Honestly, normally I'd be like, you know what? F you, Justin Jefferson. That's why you will never win a ring with Minnesota. I could be that fan and rant about that, but be very realistic, man. I can't be mad at him. We got to be realistic.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at him. It hurts me saying this, but being realistic really sucks at times, right? But
Right.
I can't be mad at what he said. I don't think he was definitely not going to hit 1,400 yards here in Philly. Not with the coaching we had. Not with Carson Wentz struggling. He wasn't going to hit 1,400. I don't even think he was going to hit 400 or 500 yards. Let's be honest here. I mean, shoot. When's the last time we ever had a wide receiver that hit that many numbers? We even committed to one wide receiver.
Right.
I mean, I can't. Go ahead, Joey.
No, I would say at the end of the day, dude, like I don't care who Justin Jefferson or DK Metcalf would have been on practice squad right now because we still got J.J. Arthega umbrella Whiteside right now that has that really, if we draft another receiver this year, J.J. is going to be on practice squad. I don't think he's going to make it. You know what I mean? I don't think he even has a chance.
Whiteside. Why is J.J. Umbrella Whiteside even here? Why is he here? What's the point? What is the point? We reached for them. We literally looked past DK Metcalf. He was right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
It hurts.
Oh
It hurts
God.
to watch because
That's
every single week he's literally just dominating the field. Like,
very, yes.
I mean, it didn't help that Jim Schwartz went to him before the game and said, "You're not Megatron," and then he just pretty much crapped on us pretty much at the time. So it really didn't. It really wasn't great either.
Bulletin board material. Not on a person like DK Metcalf, Jim Schwartz. Come on, bro. You should know better than that. And you say that as if we had a Legion of Boom secondary. That's the bigger problem right there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
So we got a. Yeah, go ahead. What?
What did he say? Metcalf and Jefferson hates the Eagles. I mean, at one point they didn't hate us, but the fact we looked over them, yeah. I would probably hate the Eagles too at this point. They wanted to play here.
That's what I'm saying.
They wanted to play here. Look at Russell Wilson. I mean, I don't think he hate the Eagles, but he wanted to. Man, go ahead. We got a super chat from who?
We got a super chat for Primetime Stephen Joyce. He says, started a channel, need some suggestions for the channel. I think if you're starting a channel, dude, you just got to just pump out as many videos as possible. Don't worry about how it looks. Don't worry about how it sounds. Just be yourself and just pump out videos like crazy. That's all you got to do. That's it. And trust me, you will get far. Trust me. It takes a while. So just pump out videos, bro. Just don't be afraid to, just pump out videos and just be you. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Just be very active. Stay up to date. Progressing on YouTube is kind of like, it's probably going to be a funny way to explain it. But all I'm going to say is don't stress out when it comes to, your views, your sub counts and all of that. Just keep being you, you got to do it like you really want to do this. You just making videos just because, if you don't put that kind of work into it, the energy, you're not really going to have the numbers. Like, you got to keep making the videos. You got to stay very active with it. Never worry about what a person has to say. Talking about, you're doing this for views, for clout, and all that. That's BS. Like, what is everybody here for in the end? You can deny it all you want, but we're all here for one thing. I mean, we all here to make videos, have fun. People are going to come. People are going to watch. People are going to subscribe because they like what they see.
Right.
People that say they do this for clout chase or whatever. I mean, as long as you're not lying to your viewers, you're not, misleading in titles, then you're not one of them,
Right.
But I'm going to say this though. I mean, doing this thing on YouTube is kind of like when you work out, you want to lose weight, They say never check the scale when you work out. Never check the scale, right? That's kind of this on YouTube. When you're making videos, don't check the stats. Don't check the numbers. Don't check any of that stuff because that can really stress you out. That can really make you all, very impatient, all that kind of stuff. So just keep making videos, man. Keep doing you. And when you make sure it's something that you enjoy doing. Like, if you love video games, if that's what you feel like you do best, maybe focus on that. If you love doing sports like me, Joey, or Philly Notion, a lot of people, Philly 500, you'll get the best of yourself for that, And when you do it, make sure you're very confident at that. You definitely got to be confident. That's how you get the best of your ability. So that's what I can tell you there, That's how you get the best of your ability. And be very, very careful who you associate yourself with at that. Be very careful.
Yeah. No comment. All right, next question.
I will say, what's his name? What was his? Oh, yeah, what was his name?
Primetime Stephen Joyce.
So yeah, I mean, I'm the here's what I need you to do, Primetime. Comment on my video, so because normally I like to shout people's channels out and give everybody a chance. So definitely comment my video so I can click on your channel. I'll definitely subscribe, check you out, share your channel out and everything. Cause that's what I do. We're Eagles family. We always look out for one another. So definitely do that. And I also want to say best of luck to you, man. Let's start repping them birds.
That's it, bro.
All right.
The more the merrier, bro.
More the merrier for sure,
I want to go over this receiver core quick because I think when we look at this receiving core that we have right now, I think it's very underrated with what we have. I don't think we've seen the full potential, especially with this offense. Like, people are already kind of not agreeing with Jalen Reagor now. People are kind of, jumped off ship with him now as it is. And I think I've seen a lot of flashes. I think this whole entire offense has seen some flashes from some of these receivers like, Travis Fulgham and Quez Watkins, John Hightower. we've actually, Greg Ward, we actually have good potential in these receivers. And adding another one is just going to make it better with the depth behind it with guys getting their chance. That's why I can't wait. There's no COVID offseason. I mean, there is, but you know what I mean? We're going to actually have a normal offseason. We're going to have preseason this year. We're going to have a lot more different things now. Obviously, last offseason did not help the Eagles at all whatsoever, as much as it did. So, I'm really excited about Travis Fulgham and Quez Watkins with that screen. That even when he got the chance at that Arizona game on that wide receiver screen for 33 yards for the touchdown, out running the whole defense. And this team has relied on veteran favoritism, and I really hope they don't do that again. And I think with this new coaching staff, they're not going to do that with some of these guys, and that's what the problem. Jordan Mailata was doing well. Jason Peters came back, and that was it. Travis Fulgham was doing well. Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson came back. That was it. So I mean, I want to see some changes. I think we can actually agree with this offseason. The Eagles actually have gotten rid of. They've actually gotten rid of players that we wanted out of here. Alshon Jeffrey, obviously Jason Peters. Hopefully, I don't think he's coming back, obviously, but Deshaun Jackson. Farewell to Deshaun Jackson. I think we got him 5 years. I think we got him 5 years too late in his career. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out. The guy couldn't stay healthy for more than a game. It's really sad. He's going to the Rams now. So, I mean, it is what it is at the same time. But, it's just, it is what it is. I think we've gotten rid of the players that we really, really need to get rid of. And next year will be the same thing. So what are you looking at? What are you trying to look at for this 2021 season? I'm not talking about playoffs. I'm not talking about an FC championship, anything like that. I'm just talking about what are you looking for this roster? And you see that, and while you talk about that, I want you to look at that future next year in 2022 when you have those draft picks, you have those potential 3 first-rounders. Like, what are you looking in for 2021, just as a season in general, what you're looking for?
For starters, I want to see an NFL team once again. And all I want to see some chemistry. I want to see an identity with this offense. At least a start. These guys can move the ball. But first things first. I mean, is Jalen Hurts even going to be our starter moving forward? That's another thing. But I want to see just for starters. I want to see this. I want to see offense. I want to see identity. I want to see a team. I know we're not going to be. This might be our worst year in Nick Sirianni's career for real. But I feel it would be much better the following year. But I don't know, man. I mean, I want to see a team again. I mean, I know we're not talking about playoffs or anything, but it might be a little too soon to say that. But I don't know if I can answer that right now. All I'm gonna say is, I want to see competition. I want I felt like we seen some kind of heart the first couple games. When Jalen Hurts was playing, but I want to see that in the entire season.
Yeah,
that's what I want. Everybody is saying that it's going to be all about the Giants. The Giants and the Cowboys. I want us to at least put them on their, how do you say it? Put them on their toes or whatever, put them on their heels or whatever.
Yeah.
I want competition. That's all I want from this team. Whether we win the division or not, that's what I want, I feel like we'll be great the following season, but we got to get past this season.
Yeah, I think
I want to see some heart,
No, definitely. I think you need to create some type of culture here. I think that's what they have to do. I think Yeah, and I think Nick Sirianni is definitely part of that culture because he will get these guys prepared and he knows how to use every player. Like even seeing his explosive plays reaction to when he was with the Colts, they showed video on that, and he knows every player's weaknesses, every player's strength. He knows how to use every player. So there's a lot of good things to take out of it. That's why the more Nick Sirianni talks, the more I'm more intrigued because he's just a micromanaging coach that will not take anything less than perfect. Okay, and I even there was a tweet that came out in 2019, and it was from one of the Colts beat writers, and he yelled at a player for not knowing the playbook. Like he yelled at a player for doing a sloppy route. You know what I mean? So there's some really good things to take out of Nick Sirianni. Like people can bash him because he stuttered the first press conference and because it was virtual, and people could when he says good things, people cheer about it. When he says things that are corny and weird, that's just his personality, and people drop him for that. That's why, yeah, and that's Eagles fans, and there's Eagles fans that make videos that do stuff about that say stuff about that too, which I really don't respect either. Like, I think people just want to say it just to get a reaction, it kind of be like a little cop out from what people do. That's just what people do, unfortunately, but. At the same time, you know what I mean? Like, I got to be realistic. Like, the guy is just trying to be himself. He's trying to get closer to the players. If he wants to play rock, paper, scissors, who cares? Who cares at this point? Yeah. I saw a video on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it, Desert, but I remember there was a video about it was CeeDee Lamb. I forgot who it was. I know it was two players. I think it wasn't CeeDee Lamb. It was two players from Alabama that were doing rock, paper, scissors, and it was because like whoever wins the rock, paper, scissors does that route and gets the ball, and that's what they used to do. So I mean, it's corny to say it, but at the end of the day, like he's just trying to get closer to the players, and just whether it sounds corny or not, like that's his personality. Like what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to be mean and be like, "Oh, we want you to come here," because like he's not like that. You know what I mean? Do I think on the outside he seems soft? Yeah, but I think he's like a hard coach. I think we're not seeing everything from Nick Sirianni. I think that's where we're not seated. So.
Yeah, it's just typical overreaction. I'm not worried about it in the slightest. I got faith that Nick Sirianni is going to be great. I mean, come on, like they say, actions speak louder than words. Like, so why is everybody tripping over what goes on in in the conference? It's just a whole lot of yapping and everything. Mm-hmm. But you got to see what he's got to do in the field. Like let the guy play coach a few games. Let him run a season first before we decide to really judge the guy. I mean,
yeah,
like people are overreacting, and of course everybody hates the Eagles, so that's no surprise. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we could say it could be a bit cringy or whatever. What Nick Sirianni be saying. I think Jalen Hurts is such a great coach, but you know what? He reminds me of my little brother. We were just sitting down, eating lunch. There was my mom. My mom was doing this. My dad was doing this. My dad told me this. Such and such and such and such. Yeah, it's very weird how he does it. Then we go outside. We go outside. We were playing shotgun. It's very weird. It's very weird.
He's very talkative, like that's just. But I can't knock him for that. I'd rather see that than see Doug see Doug just say the same thing and be so. Doug was more PR words type. He did all like the bold answers, or he would joke around like very once in a while, but I don't care if he doesn't joke around or not, but at least show some personality. Like I need some personality with this team. I need someone that fires up these guys before a game.
Dry. Yeah, he was definitely dry. He's dry compared to Nick Sirianni. I don't know. I'm feeling like some excitement. I'm getting pretty excited for Nick Sirianni. I just like. When's the last time we ever had a head coach where he's like analyzing plays that's going on? He's doing such and such. You can see such and such going this route. He's going that route, and he had an opportunity, but he like I never seen that much energy, so much excitement. Like you want a head coach like that on the team. Coach like that on the team. He may not be as good in the conference, but he's going to be great.
He knows how to run an offense,
how to
bro.
run an offense,
He
exactly.
knows how to use players. Like Doug had Rich Sangrell and like these offensive assistants that did do. I don't know who's playing the call. Who's him and Press Taylor. I mean, just sharing the plays. I mean, it made no sense to me what they were doing. I'm so happy Jim Schwartz is gone. I think, but when the season ended, I was like, I don't care if Jim Schwartz is here. Then when he left, I was like, you know what? I actually really like this because for some reason, he's had some favoritism with this defense. Why is he defending Nathan Gary every single week? Why is he always defending Jalen Mills? Why is he like Derek Barnett so much when the guy can't even stay on the field? And just to mention, I don't know what the Eagles are doing with that because he's making $10 million this year. They never extended him. They never restructured him. They never done anything with Derek Barnett's contract. I have no idea what they're doing with him. Like Derek Barnett, was it the favorite pick that we wanted? No, definitely not. I was half on half. I know you didn't like it when you were at the draft and you hated it.
I was at the draft. I hated it. He was the last I expected us getting. But you know what? The guy, I felt like I changed after that day, honestly. I felt like because a guy walked up to me,
Yeah.
and he told me about we broken Reggie White's record. He said no more Negadelphia. I felt like I did change a bit after that. No more Negadelphia. That I ain't gonna lie, that's still a good one to this day because we're very negative. Yeah, very
Well,
negative.
you think? You think so?
Though. Oh my God! Though when we were there, it was packed. The whole
I saw your video, when they were booing Roger Goodell. When you were sitting there, you were like, "Oh my God!" Like how yeah.
Boo! They were roasting and everything, but yeah, it was empty. It got empty after we picked Derek Barnett. Everybody just started walking out. Hey, like the announcers, like, hey, where everybody going? We see more Colts fans there. We saw more Browns, more Cowboys, more, Eagles fans didn't like the Derek Barnett move. It didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I was very half and half on it. I think Vinny Curry was
very half and half.
Vinny Curry was on that big contract that Chip Kelly gave him, so he was still on that big contract, and we ended up releasing him, then we ended up signing him back for like no money, obviously. So I think he, obviously he gave in. I mean, he played well in 2017. Those few plays that he made, the fumble recovery in the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship, stripping the ball, you know what I mean? So, I mean, he did some good things. I think 2018, I think he played pretty well and then kind of fell off a little bit after that, couldn't stay on the field. He's not first-round talent right now, and he went to a camp in Tennessee last offseason at a defensive line camp. He came back and still hurt again. And then once these guys get hurt, they got to build up. I think the player you really got to talk about in the defensive line right now is Josh Sweat on the edge because Josh Sweat is getting better. I don't even think he's a rotational guy. I don't think he plays good as a rotational guy. I think Josh Sweat could stay in a whole entire game, get better rep after rep after rep. So I mean, I think it's really good.
The thing about Josh Sweat, though, I feel like I can actually trust him more than Derek Barnett, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's his health that concerns me, though. That's the main thing. Because I mean, what was his injury history again? He had a knee injury.
I don't know what it is. I don't remember him getting hurt unless I wasn't paying attention. I don't even remember him getting hurt.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt plenty of times.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the production is there. Like he's played good the past few years. But he's in a rotation. He's just rotating right now. So I don't know what to really. I don't really know what to take out of it. You know what I mean? So Brandon Graham's on the. Brandon Graham got extended. So I mean now he's just gonna produce. You know what I mean? And see what he could do. And then talk about those defensive tackles is a whole nother thing. Like here's where I get really mad. Fletcher Cox. Okay, let's go over Fletcher Cox real quick. Fletcher Cox he went 6 games in this year. 6 games in, a sack and a half. That's it. 6 games in, a sack and a half. And while I see Aaron Donald every week, just like at least if I see it with my own 2 eyes, I feel like every time Fletcher gets double teamed, it's like he's over. It's done. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me though. I could be wrong, but
double, triple team.
it's
make it
just
lighter for the other guy.
that's what I'm saying. But when Javon Hargrave was hurt before the season started, and not to mention 4 years, $39 million. And prior to signing Javon Hargrave, we signed Malik Jackson to a 3-year, $30 million deal. So I don't know what they were doing. Obviously, Malik Jackson in 2019, after the first game against Washington, he tore his ACL, whatever happened. Okay, but Hargrave needs to step up. These two, I don't want to put too much money into. I don't want to put too much money into this defensive line anymore because those two guys in the middle are so important right now. And I really hope that maybe Javon Hargrave is going to step it up and probably he was hurt. He was switching schemes from a 3-4 to a 4-3. But at the same time, why'd you sign him to all that money? I hope I'm hoping he just plays better at the end of the day. And Fletch needs to do something. $23 million against the cap. And I know he had 6.5 sacks this year. I understand that, but you could see where he got the sacks with some of these games, and some of it I wasn't really impressed. But at the same time, I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, he's got to do more. Aaron Donald is just pushing two offensive linemen into each other. He's taking over games. Fletch, here's what I think. Like, Fletcher Cox is better against the run than he is against the pass. I think that's Aaron Donald's better pass rusher than Fletcher Cox. That's where I kind of separate the two guys at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I don't know what you think about the defensive line position at all, but at least for the D tackles, at least what do you think about Fletch and Javon Hargrave? I mean, I think
that enough should be scary.
If Fletch doesn't do anything this year, I really wouldn't mind trading him next year. I really wouldn't, dude. Like, they're holding on to too many players for way too long. I think that's where it's getting kind of crazy. Like, they're holding on to players way too long. Zach Ertz hasn't been traded yet. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, last year they could have traded him, but obviously they could have traded him 2 years ago. They probably should have traded Zach Ertz 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like Fletch needs to step. Like, those two defensive tackles, they're making a lot of money right now. Probably besides Slay, they're like the two most expensive contracts on the on the field right now. So I don't know where you are with that, with those two defensive tackles, but
that right there, we should be getting sacks every game with those two. Yeah. We should be I kept talking about how scary our defensive line could be. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. At one point it was Tim Jernigan. Then it was, who else was there after Tim Jernigan? I know it was Hanoli Anada. He retired. Malik Jackson was supposed to be excited.
We got Hassan Ridgeway back, and he's been hurt every single year. Yeah. But he's good. He's good. You know what I mean? He's good. Yeah. I got no problem. Like, he's all right. All right.
But my thing is, we've been going against teams with some of the softest offensive line, and we still can't seem to get a sack or so. But I feel like there's something wrong there. Like something is missing.
Yeah.
Something's really missing. I don't know if, we're not communicating. I mean, we even had Michael Bennett at one point. Well, he was a defensive end, right? But we even had Michael Bennett on the team. I mean, he was doing a lot. I think he had more sacks than.
He was trouble though. He was trouble though. There was a lot of rumors that he wasn't listening to Jim Schwartz. He was lining up wherever he wanted to line up and didn't listen to certain things. He was just, Then he went to the Cowboys and I lost respect for him. So that's pretty much right.
Much with them either.
No, he did. Yeah. Nah, not really. Nah, not too much. We got a super chat from Big T. What's going on? This is a diehard Kyle Pitts fan, just to tell everybody, because he's been following Kyle Pitts for so long. He said, "My boys, what's good? Ready for some hungry young bucks come next week? Call me crazy, but I got a good feeling. Keep up the great work, guys. Much love."
Yes, sir. Thank you, Big T.
And because me and Big T, I think he called in on a live call, and I think it was on my backup channel when I couldn't stream or anything. Talking about Kyle Pitts, how he would change, lining him up wherever you want. Outside, you can do whatever you want with him, and because of his size and his elusiveness, and just to overpower anybody that's in front of him, he's a mismatch all over the field. I think could change the culture. Understands Philly, you name it. He's got it. You know what I mean? So. We talked about that, which was pretty cool. And Big T gave me more insight on what Kyle Pitts is really all about, because I haven't watched Kyle Pitts' whole career, because I try to watch college football when I can, but, sometimes I really can't. So, and we have a super chat for Philly Fresh. What's going on, man? Yodat? Yo, that. The general. Yo, that, my guys. Make sure y'all hit the like.
Man. Shout out to him. Shout out.
So, yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to Philly Fresh's channel, another Eagles content creator that does not sugarcoat anything, straight to the point, and is doing really good on his channel. So if you guys go over there, click on some of his videos, give him some views, give him some likes on his videos, and definitely hit that subscribe button as well, bro. Well respected, man. Well respected. If you guys haven't either, since we're stopping real quick, all right, I'm just checking to make sure this is going in order. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, guys haven't hit the like button to the stream, hit the like button. If you guys haven't checked out Desert Eagle 90's channel as well, subscribe, hit the like button. His link is in the description below. All the links are in the description below to support us more, if you guys want to. We're streaming every Friday. If you guys are here, we're streaming every Friday at 10:30 p.m. I did a poll of when to do a stream. I want to do something else as well. I have the podcast on Saturdays with Philly 500, so check that out tomorrow on my channel tomorrow at 9 p.m. as well for everybody. It's a draft preview show, so it should be a lot of fun, and still a lot to talk about here. Still a lot to talk about as well. Let's see here. Let's see. Matt Week says, but Doug was going to promote within again, which is an issue too, Bobby. I mean, Carson was a problem too, but Doug's ideas weren't going to be good at all. I know we've talked about Carson Wentz for we're done. I understand that. Yeah, but
Let me tell you something. I'm selling his jersey. I'm sorry. Thank you for giving Foles the spotlight, but in the end, he hasn't done a goddamn thing to call us, to be very well remembered in our franchise. I'm done. I got 2 jerseys, a midnight green and a white, which is a little fake, honestly. Someone gave it to me. But I'm selling both of them. I'm sorry. I didn't like the way he went out. I was a huge fan, but I didn't like the way he went out. Good luck, Carson, but I'm done.
Yeah, definitely. I'm done as well. Rich McCormick says, Malik Jackson did little with Jacksonville, too. Yeah, I heard he was benched, I think, a year prior to coming here. I think they thought he kind of lost a step, whatnot. And, he
also got hurt, too, though, prior to getting benched. He was also hurt, too.
Yeah. Did you see what he did in that Cowboys game? All right, so Fletcher Cox gets hurt, right? He comes in, him and Hargrave are in the middle, no pressure at all. He goes to the sideline. Malik Jackson, he cost us some penalties, too. He was being dumb. But he went to the sideline. He actually, got mad at the defensive line and actually sat by himself. That's yeah. Well, if you'll see it, it's on TV. He did it. I saw him do it. He just went and sat by himself.
3 years for $30 million. That's what we paid the guy. Come on, Howard. We gotta do better than that, man.
Ian Farmer said, "What do you guys honestly believe would be better addition to the Eagles at 12? J.C. Horn or Jalen Waddle?"
I don't know. That's a tough one. Jalen Waddle. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jalen Waddle. He's a what position he is again?
Wide receiver.
Oh, he's a wide receiver. Yeah, like I say, you guys, I haven't really been doing too much research on this year's wide receiver draft because I've been kind of taking time off. But honestly,
are you picking a good receiver? Or are you picking a really good corner?
I'm gonna say
pretty much.
Corner. Really good corner. I got enough faith. I got enough faith in Jalen Reagor, Travis Fulgham, and Greg Ward. I got enough faith in them to say, you know what? If it's not a dominant next generation type receiver, if it's not that like a Jamar Chase or whatever, if it's not that, you know what? I'm all for a corner. Because, Darius Slay can't do it himself. He just played arguably the worst season of his career.
Yikes.
He needs help. He needs a lot of help.
It's not even his fault. It's not his fault.
Not at all. Not at all. Cornerback, hands down. I can't look. Devontae Max is a fast dude, but competition, he's not there. He's not.
Yeah, he's not even on it. He's a free agent. We only have. Yeah, he's not even. It might be a late signing.
He's a free agent, and I think Crevion LeBlanc, he wants out too. I seen one of his tweets not too long ago was he's going to go somewhere where he feels more appreciated.
Yeah. What do you think about Vontae Maddox?
Vontae Maddox. I don't know, man. I feel like he's another one that gets hurt at times too. he has his moments, but I don't think he's really consistent enough to really be a reliable, you know, um, be a reliable starter on the other side of Darius Slay. Like a big signing at corner. Like we need to draft somebody good at corner. I mean, I think Kervion Blanc is out. Avonte Maddox. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, they're probably going to sign him if we don't go corner anytime soon.
There's still a good coverage corner on the market in free agency right now. Steven Nelson from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's still on the market right now. I'm surprised nobody's even signed him yet. Maybe he's just weighing out.
There has to be a reason.
He's weighing out his options or whatnot. He's actually really good. I think he's definitely solid for the outside, but. If the Eagles don't sign an outside corner by the draft, I got a feeling they might go after one of these two corners and try to move up to get Surtain or J.C. Horn. I think J.C. Horn is the better corner. If it was between J.C. Horn and Waddle, I probably would get J.C. Horn. If Devontae Smith is there and you still have those two corners on the board, I would take a Devontae Smith in a heartbeat. I mean, you can't pass up on him. That's definite.
What I'm going to say is better jump ahead of Dallas. If it comes to it, better jump ahead of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens, jump ahead of Dallas.
Yup, I think that's what they got to do. Mm-hmm. Rich McCorn said Barrymore is at reach unless the Eagles trade back. Well, Barrymore is the defensive tackle from Alabama, the best defensive tackle in this draft. He's really good. I do like him. They should have drafted a defensive lineman when we drafted Andre Dillard. That was a heavy defensive line draft. There was a lot of guys that panned out really well. They should have grabbed the defensive lineman there, but Howie's got to be cute in that draft and draft total opposite of what everyone else is doing. And he drafted Andre Dillard in the first round, obviously. But Barrymore is definitely a reach at 12. I wouldn't even take that. Maybe like in the late first round, definite. Maybe at 16, 17, something like that. I think it works out there. But Barrymore is good. I mean, he's a punt. He's better against the pass than the run. Like he's got very good reach. He get past guys. He could knock guys back 10 yards easily. I mean, he's going to be a beast. Whoever does draft him, so it should be good.
Probably. Oh, Washington is in the 20s, right?
Huh?
Washington is in the 20s, right?
Yeah, I forgot where they are. Yeah, they're definitely there. Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man.
We got a super chat. we got a super chat from Skid Marks. Howie gives me the runs.
Oh my god, I've done enough cringing for the week. Come on, you guys. I've done enough cringing for the week.
Got to change the underwear, bro. Got to change the underwear because that's horrible to look at.
Come
Damn.
on.
Appreciate it, but got to change that.
I've cringed enough for the week. Come on, please take that off the screen. There, I got to cover that too.
Lassay and Chris says Cowboys are going to trade up for Pitts. I've already seen today from Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport that the Cowboys are either going to trade back or stay where they are right now. So I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, Jerry Jones could do whatever he wants. I mean, it could. You never know. It could be a smoke screen. You never know at this point. But if Kyle Pitts becomes a Dallas Cowboy, we're in trouble. We're going to be in trouble for a long time.
I hate to admit it. Yeah.
And getting Dak Prescott back, I mean,
I don't know what side of Dak Prescott we're going to see, though. Honestly, we don't know what side.
He was playing well. I mean, he wasn't playing fantastic, but obviously some last minute calls. Defense could keep up at Gabe's as well. So cheers, everybody. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was pretty salty when they took in CD Lamb. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was right by Times Square delivering to a Red Lobster right there, and I was listening to something live and it said Dallas Cowboys took in CD Lamb. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be worse if they taking Kyle Pitts. Really, really bad. Yeah, we got to jump ahead of Dallas. I ain't gonna.
That's why you don't believe any mock drafts. Like I always look at mock drafts on NFL Network.
That's a crap.
Like after 17, I think 17 we believed we were going to get some players from that draft. I think it was the running back that's with the Vikings now. I forgot his name, but the Dalvin Cook train. I was on the Dalvin Cook train hard in that
I
draft.
ain't gonna lie, yes.
Like,
That was,
badly.
What year was that? That was 2016, right?
17 draft,
17, yeah, with the whole with the whole Derek Barnett, the Sidney Jones, and all of that. Yeah. I was on the Cook train as well.
We can't afford to take a chance on players. When I say take a chance, they cannot do this. Like I've already seen questions about Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech. Like, I don't mind it. Like, do I see him running into people now? Like in the offseason, he's practicing being physical. I don't know, but the guy, whenever I see a neck or a back injury and I see surgeries upon that, I really don't want to touch those players. Who knows? Caleb Farley might come in and be a fantastic corner. He's a first round pick corner, and they still think he's going to go late first round, which I still don't believe, because I think teams are going to be like, I don't know. We'll see if you're there the second round. We'll see what happens at that point. But as of right now, I don't even think so. I really don't. We can't like the Sidney Jones thing. Like, he was supposed to be a top 10 pick, but
he was the best corner in that class. But when he torn Achilles, right?
That
ruined everything.
He tore his Achilles on the last play of his pro day, like the last extra rep of his pro day, and that was it.
That was heartbreaking right there.
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking.
It was. It was horrible. Like, and then you take him in the second round. He doesn't play till the last game of the season.
You know what, Joey? The thing was, it's like, I liked the chance, but unfortunately, it didn't work out in our favor. But the thing was that if Sidney Jones didn't get hurt, we probably would not have been able to draft him. He would have been going in the first round. I'm sure he'd have been going in the first round.
Yeah.
Now I think about it. But I think I cut you off. What were you saying?
No, I mean, it's just a huge chance you got to take, but I don't want to take chances on any players. Like, I really don't want to take chances on players that have had. I think, like, there's injuries you could, like, take a chance on. Like, maybe it's an ankle or something like that's not a big deal. Like, Jalen Waddle had an ankle injury. I think something with Terrace Marshall, receiver from LSU. He had a little injury, but nothing crazy. You know what I mean? When you go to the back and the neck injuries, that's like, you really can't do. I mean, I don't even want to take a chance on that.
Nope.
As of right now.
I felt like we've always taken chances, and for the most part, it just didn't work. We've always taken chances.
No.
For real.
Because at the end of the day, like, they have to get this draft right this year. For 2021, the Eagles need to find their building block pieces to go into next year, get rid of whoever's not contributing and who are wasting money on, because I know more veterans are going to be gone from this team next year. And then on top of everything else, with Dallas Goedert, he's going to be a free agent after an unrestricted free agent after this year. So he and Nick Sirianni loves using tight ends. Even with the Colts, he showed clips of him using tight ends. He did a really good job. And this is the year for Dallas Goedert to really show what he could do. If he could get at least between like 500 to 700 yards, and maybe 9 to 13 touchdowns. I mean, I think you'd sign him and extend him. I think that would work out. Who's going to be the second tight end? I don't know if they're going to go out in free agency, whoever's left on the market, or are they going to go in the draft, or are they going to sign like Richard Rodgers again? Or are they going to go? I know they got Jason Crum or whatever his name is. He scored 1 touchdown this year, and then you have Hakeem.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, who's that? Whose number is that? I had no idea.
He was wide open. He was like, that's like the first time I've ever seen anybody wide open from the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, since when? My man just stood right there. Who? Like, who man is this?
Yeah, I don't know who it was. So like now you look at it, and you're like, okay. And then you got Hakeem Butler as well that had like 1 rep that got tossed like something in the end zone, and it was a bad pass. So I want to ask you about Jalen Hurts. So obviously Carson Wentz trade, and just Jalen Hurts in general. What do you think about his offseason so far? Obviously we're not seeing much but him working out, but do you think he's going to be bad this year? Like, do you think he's going to play well? Did you see enough from last year? What did you think of his at least answer this first. What did you think of his 4-game sample size, and now obviously going into this year, and do you think he deserves a starting spot?
I think Jalen Hurts deserves a shot. I mean, I know he was 1-3, but we got to be honest here. He was thrown into the fire. I mean, it was almost like the end of the season. Everybody's playing, for the playoffs and everything. So we were kind of expecting way too much. I mean, some quarterbacks have bad rookie seasons. I feel like he'll be much better. Now he's got time to work out and get first team reps and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they've been treating him, as far as whether or not he's going to be a starter, we could probably talk about that very soon, because that's a little rant worthy there. But I can't yell because my son is asleep.
No, you're good.
But I'm loving the commitment of Jalen Hurts. I'm loving the commitment. The way he's been, like, they've been talking about how he's the first one in, last one out. He's been working out nonstop with. Sucks what's been going on with Deshaun Watson, but he's been working out with him. Mm-hmm. So many people. He's been involved with some of the draft prospects, right? Was he involved with them as well?
I think he's done some stuff with Devontae Smith. He's done some things. I know he's trained. He's been training.
Yeah.
He's been training with. He's been training with some. Obviously, I forgot his name. I did a video on it like a month ago. But he's been training with some QB gurus. Paying money to get trained by these QB coaches or whatever. Working on his mechanics. Working on the little things that Carson Wentz literally just couldn't do at all, like mechanic-wise. I mean, look, our offense was a mess the way it was, but mechanic-wise, it looked so bad. I can't even. It was horrible. You know what I mean? It was really bad.
Yeah, listen, man, I love the commitment he's bringing, to the team, the mindset. Like, whatever happens, in the end, I'm going to fight for the spot. It's going to be my position. I'm going to be the future. It's like that's the kind of quarterback every team needs. Everybody needs. He wants like. He's the type that's going to earn. I mean, I know he's gotten some doubt when he was benched by Tua. It was by Tua, right? He was it Ohio State before? Who was he with? Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Or Alabama? It was
Alabama, then Oklahoma.
Alabama, then Oklahoma. Okay, then he got benched by Tua. Then he went to Oklahoma, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, he proved everybody wrong there. So I feel like he'll do the same in the NFL. Now he's getting a lot of doubt and everything. And I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on as far as who's the starting quarterback. Because normally we have an answer there, But maybe it's Howie Roseman and his little Uncle Bob salesman just suckering people into signing contracts and saying they're going to be the starter. I don't know. But Jalen Hurts, I like the guy. I'm definitely, all for it if he's going to be our quarterback moving forward. So, I'm confident in him. That's all I'm going to say there. But what you think, though? That's what you think about Jalen Hurts.
Like, the 4-game sample size he had was like the first game against the Saints. We were like really happy about it.
Very happy. Yes.
At the same time, though, he didn't really throw the ball too much. He just kind of ran. He ran for 100 yards. Miles Sanders rushed for 100 yards. So, like, there was a lot of running involved more than throwing the football. I think that Cardinals game was his best game. I think that was his best game because he was being more, he was being better. He was better in the pocket. He was going through his reads. He was running with the football when he had to. I think the overall team around him that game didn't really contribute much defensively and, stuff like that. So, and then it just got worse after that. I think by the Cowboys game, he was just completely done. He was running. He was being impatient in the pocket. There was guys open. He wasn't staying in the pocket long enough, and he was missing a lot of open receivers. So I think it's just like he got thrown into the fire. He progressively played worse. But he had 9 picks. He fumbled the ball a few times himself. He had over 1,000 yards, but at the same time, I think he just got he just got thrown to the fire. And I think this offseason has been fantastic. He's been stepping up as that leader. He's been working his tail off. As long as the guy tries, I don't care. Like if he tries and if he's like a failure or a success, like it is what it is, guys. Like regardless, just say Jalen Hurts wins us a championship in the next few years. Like if he wins us a championship, at the end of the day, we're never gonna like that second round pick. Never. We will never like that pick. But when I say Jalen Hurts deserves to start this year, people get on me and they say, well, he needs to compete. Why are you just giving him the starting spot? And I say, look, you spent a second-round pick on him. So Why not? Why not? Because what if Jalen Hurts doesn't start this year? What if he's on the bench and we're all saying to ourselves while we're losing games? We're like, hey, what if we have these what if moments? Like, what if Hurts started this year? What if? The whole entire year. I don't want that. I want a full year with Jalen Hurts. I want a full year and just evaluation year for Jalen Hurts. See what you have at least. I don't see why it hurts at the end of the day. Hurts, get it? At the end of the day, so really, like, they need to just give it a chance. Like, let me tell you something. Joe Flacco, look, I wasn't born yesterday and I'm not stupid, okay? Why did Joe Flacco come here? Realistically, why did he come here?
He wants to be the starter.
Okay.
And he thinks he'll get it over Jalen Hurts.
Exactly.
Howie Roseman also made it seem like Joe Flacco, will be the starter, whatever it is. There's a lot.
Like,
I don't
he
think
literally.
Joe Flacco's going to be here for long.
Well, that's
We'll
what I'm.
find
Well,
out. Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably be here, but I'm saying, like, Joe Flacco took advantage because, number one, there's no franchise quarterback here. There's no promise on Jalen Hurts. The coaching staff is really young, and they're trying to prove themselves. And why not come here? He had offers from other teams, not to be a starter, but at least get some good backup money. I mean, we paid him like 3.5. I think it's like $7 million in incentives, whatever it was. So is Joe Flacco washed? Yeah, I'd say washed. Can he step in for a game? Yeah, he can step in for a game if he wants, just take over for a little injury or something. But do I think he's going to, like, bring us to the promised land if we have a bad injury or something like that? No, definitely not. I mean, definitely not. So I think the Eagles just wanted to – I don't know. I mean, look, at this point, like, that's why I don't see them drafting a quarterback. Maybe in the later rounds is, like, maybe, but
especially
maybe –
after we move further back. I mean, I feel like had Jeffrey Lurie not said anything about us supposedly committing to Jalen Hurts, we probably would have really targeted, like, Zach Wilson. I think that's why. Yeah.
Like,
now all of a sudden there's a lot of talks about Zach Wilson when the Niners ended up trading with the Dolphins and they got the number 3 overall spot. I feel like now everybody started talking about Zach Wilson. I was like, you know what? I don't know if that was really the case, but that was very likely had Jeffrey Lurie not said anything. So I think that's what it is for real.
Yeah, like what really made me confused is when, like, after Carson Wentz got traded, we heard news that, like, Eagles are going to build around Jalen Hurts, and I was so happy. I was like, thank God. I was like, great. And then all of a sudden, like,
J-Mac.
Then all of a sudden, what happened?
Oh, my bad. Jeff Bone asked what jerseys. I said Jordan Matthews.
You need New Jersey.
I do. I'm actually going to get one with my name on it. No, here's the thing.
You're better off.
I had 2 options. That's green. Well, there was another. I got a J-Mac. I got a AJ's crying. I got a sorry about that. I got Jordan Matthews, Carson Wentz, and Deuce Staley, all midnight green. Here's the problem. Green screen.
Yeah, I know.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing Carson Wentz jersey ever again.
No.
That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, no, like, I think when it comes to buying jerseys this year, like, get your jersey with your name on it and just call it call it a day. Just call it a day.
Facts.
There's really no point at all whatsoever. But when it comes to, the evaluation period, like all right, so when I said that they were going to build around Jalen Hurts, I was happy about it. And then what happened was they had the 6th overall pick, and then hearing that they were trying to trade up to the 3rd overall when Miami had that pick, and it was for Zach Wilson. I mean, if you're moving up to the 3rd overall, it means you're getting a quarterback. I mean, they're not moving up to the 3rd overall to get Kyle Pitts or Jamar Chase. I highly doubt it if it's for that. But I don't even believe that, because what happened was Ian Rapport put out that tweet that we were going to do that. Then he deleted the tweet, which he never does. He actually deleted that tweet. Me and Philip 500 were streaming that night when we were looking at it. He deleted that tweet. So must have talked to the Eagles and said, like, Ian, like, you can't put that. We're trying to do something here. We can't put out that news. And that's what happened, unfortunately. So I think it was a smokescreen. I don't think it was realistic at all. But look, do I think? Of course, Jalen Hurts is going to compete. I'm not trying to say I'm giving him the job, but you spent a second round pick. It's not like this is a fifth, sixth round quarterback we're talking about here. Like, you drafted him at your expense of what you thought he was worth. Okay, that's where I get confused about it. I'm going to go out of my mind. I can't wait till next Thursday. I want this to be over with because I can't. Just with this draft is crazy. But we got a super chat from Inferno Productions. Appreciate it, man. He says, yo, Joey and Desert Eagles, something that really irritates me is that how negative a lot of Eagles fans are. They trash Sirianni just because of his press conference, but don't give him a fair chance to coach. 100%. It's disgusting.
First of all, everybody, need everybody put the 100 emojis in the chat because this is facts. 100. This is facts. Oh my God, it's very toxic.
Like, I don't like this fan base at all. I really don't. Like, I think since the Super Bowl, it's like, even before that, it doesn't even matter at this point, but it's just been like a roller coaster ride. Anything we do, it's always shot down. Like, this young coach can't even come in here and be at peace. And everyone's got to bash him because, look, if I came into a press conference and, yeah, he was stuttering a lot for his inductory, but it was just like he's looking at 10 million TV screens with all these people. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, how can you do that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why when I see people make videos about, oh, rock, paper, scissors, oh, God, oh, and they're making a big deal about it, like, dude, relax. You know what I mean? Like, stop trying to, like, there's some people that are just doing that. There's some people that are just doing that because they just feel like doing it or they just want to get some type of reaction out of it. That's why I think it's just everything he does is such a cop-out. Like, everybody wants to make a big deal out of it. Unfortunately, that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's just...
if you're going to trip over something like that, let's trip about how he rolls because I feel like he does rock, paper, scissors when it comes to drafting.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is. But come on.
He's just trying to get close to his players at the end of the day. I mean, that's just what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But... So Jock says, I have a question. If Ravens offered 27 and 31 for 12, would you guys do? What would you guys do? So the Ravens offer the 27th and the 31st for 12. What would you guys do?
Is that all they're giving up?
That's it. 27 and 31 for 12. That's it. I mean, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not.
I don't know if I feel that one.
No.
That's like 2 second-round picks right there. Late in I look at late first-round picks. I look at them like they're second, and the best ones are pretty much gone.
Yeah, no, I'm like good at staying like in the second round. I'm good at staying at 37. I think we're in the second round. And I think obviously you have 12 right now. So I mean, we need to be in this top 10. We need to be aggressive in this draft. Like I don't want to move back any further than I have to right now. I really don't, because if they move back in this draft, I'm just gonna wave my hand. Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know what they're doing at this point. Like what I want to ask you, Desert. What are the top? Like what are the draft moves that you're gonna hate? Like in general, like what draft moves will you hate? Whether it's trade back, whether it's a certain position, whether it's whatever. Like what are you gonna really hate that's gonna send you over the edge?
I'm probably gonna say quarterback. Quarterback,
yeah.
Hands down. I mean, it's like I understand they would go quarterback because I feel like every head coach needs a quarterback for a fresh start. You know, that fits perfectly within their system moving forward. I get that. Kind of like a Tom Brady with a Bill Belichick or, you know, something like that. I understand that. But we replaced our franchise quarterback with a quarterback we drafted last year in the second round. And he's working his rear end off. He's been doing so many workouts, getting with players, doing everything, just committing all his time, for the team. And us drafting a quarterback is going to be a major spit in the face. It just totally defeats the whole purpose. So it's like I feel like I'm going to hate the quarterback spot a lot more than I'm going to like it. If it happens, all I'm going to say is trade Jalen Hurts. So I'm going to say quarterback, I'm going to hate. Probably defensive end, another one. I'm going to hate. Yeah. What else? Last but not obviously punters or kickers, but I wouldn't put that past.
Obviously, I'll give you one. Just that the obvious one is don't trade back. Period.
Yeah, and don't trade back. Don't trade back. Do not trade back.
Hell no.
That's my three right there. I'm going to say quarterback.
Look,
running back is probably another one. That's very useless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quarterback, defensive end, and moving back all are definitely not needed.
Yeah, no, I don't mind look, defensive end is where I don't want to go. Like I like Kwity Paye, I think he's good, but do I think he's worth it at 12? No, I really don't. I mean, the Eagles could do so much with what they have right now. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how all this has turned out. I just don't think that getting a defensive lineman is they got to get best player available. They can't go by need in this draft, period. Go buy your draft board. That's it. They have 11 picks. They have the most picks in any team right now. And you have Zach Ertz's trade bait at the same time. So there's so much different things you could do with this. With these picks, don't be cheap. You're gonna have to risk something. Do I think? All right. So here's another question. So you have 3 picks. You can move up. You can move up to Detroit at 7. You can move up to obviously the Panthers at 8, and you can move up to Denver at 9. So I think you have some wiggle room with those 3 picks. You can move up and see if someone's dropping and they want to get their guy, then go get your guy. I don't think waiting at 12 is going to be the best. If they have a specific player they want to go for, they have to move up. I don't think they have a choice at this point. If you want Devontae Smith, you have to move up. If you want J.C. Horn, you have to move up. Period.
You got to move up as far as possible too, because one of those teams could take that player too.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing about Detroit. What's his name? John Dorsey or Jack Dorsey?
John Dorsey?
John Dorsey. That's his name. Yeah, he's with Detroit now. And there's Deuce Staley over there as well. Running backs coach. Still sucks he's gone, by the way. But,
yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. They know how he rolls. They know how he is, what he's going to be asking for. So, I feel like it's just not going to happen. So, who's number 8?
You have Carolina at 8, and they've been wanting to trade back. There's rumors about them wanting to trade back right now. They talked to multiple teams already.
I think Carolina would be a good spot to trade with.
Yeah.
I say Carolina, or we could probably trade Joe Flacco.
You could trade Zach Ertz to Carolina. I don't think Carolina even has a tight end right now. They
don't have a tight end.
And honestly,
since Greg Olsen.
Honestly, yeah. Detroit at 7. Detroit, they can get quarterback, they can get linebacker, they can get offensive line. I mean, they can go multiple positions, and Denver's a mess. Denver can go running back, safety. Jesus. They have corners in. They have corners in. Ronald Darby signed a big contract with the Denver Broncos, and Kyle Fuller signed a contract over there.
So what's going on? What are you saying?
They have Denver has a lot of spots. There's a lot of spots for Denver. That's definite. So,
my guy, Spectacular Pooh, what's going on?
Andy Weidel. I don't know. Andy Weidel was weird. Even watching that press conference, I think when we saw that press conference the other day from Nick Sirianni and Andy Weidel and obviously, Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni and everything. There's some awkward things that happen during these press conferences. Like Howie Roseman, every time he opens his mouth, I just can't believe anything. I honestly believe he's been talking to teams for either a trade back or a trade up. I mean, I think that's there.
What it is.
But they cannot be. You got to take a risk, man. Howie doesn't like giving up those. He doesn't like giving up anything higher than a 4th round pick. He doesn't. I mean, really, at this point, you got 3 first. I don't think it's going to. Do you think it's going to take a first round pick to trade up from 7 and 9 to trade up to the 7th or 8th or 9th overall? Do you think they're going to have to give up a first round pick to even move up a few spots?
You talking about first round pick of next year or along with 12?
Oh no. I mean, obviously, we're going to be switching. We're going to be switching first round picks with whatever team we move up. But I'm saying, like, do you think they're going to give up a first round pick just to move up to 7, 8, or 9 for next year?
Knowing Howie, I think he's going to push it. To be honest with you, he's probably going to give up the conditional draft pick that we give up for Carson Wentz. That's probably what it's going to be. So I wouldn't put it past Howie to do so, or it's probably going to be, that maybe that 3rd round pick or so. But I wouldn't put it past Howie.
Do you take the would you rather trade the second conditional? Do you think the Colts are going to be better than Miami Dolphins next year?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Damn, that is a tough one. I think Miami's going to be better, especially because Miami's in a much softer division.
Yeah,
that's a push right there. Like Colts, they still got to get past Tennessee.
I think it can go either. Yeah, I know. I think it can go either way. Honestly, even with the Colts, like I think they're set over there. I think Miami. I think the one thing they don't they don't even have a running back right now. Like I think that's one thing. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to use running backs. Kenyon Drake was there, didn't work out. Jordan Howard was there, and they only used him for a couple games, and they kind of just benched him on a big contract. So they don't even know how to use running backs at this point. But I don't know. The only time we're rooting for Carson Wentz is that he plays well and gives us that first round pick. I mean, that's all. That's it.
Facts.
At this point, that's all I'm really. The only time I mention Carson Wentz is when we're getting that first round pick. That's the next time I'm even going to be talking about him. I think we don't agree on that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Except if you're the beat writers or whatever, they oh my God, they still on Carson Wentz. They still on Carson Wentz's jockstrap. Let me say that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, trust me. If he scores a touchdown, he wins a game or whatnot. I mean, people are going to be putting videos up about it. That's just the way it's going to be at the end of the day.
Yeah, people are probably going to be making fun of Carson Wentz for throwing an interception. I'm like, but you don't want that to happen. You want him to throw touchdowns. You want him to be happy. You want him to win games. Do you want that first round pick?
That's what I'm saying. Whatever. It is what it is, guys. If he, you know what? He goes there, silver spoon in his mouth, doesn't have to compete. You know what? It is what it is. He's got a running back. He's got an offensive line. He's got tight ends. He's got receivers. You know what? Good for him. It is what it is at the end of the day.
He might have the best weapon he's ever had in his career, in the NFL. I mean, T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton re-signed. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of good players over there, man. They got a lot of good players. So, really, at the end of the day, Carson Wentz has the ceiling to go to, really. I mean, he could do, whatever. I mean, the worst thing that could happen to us if he actually wins a championship over there. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. But we'll just have to see, obviously. We have another super chat from Infernal Productions. Appreciate it, bro. He says, another thing I see a lot of fans crying that they're ashamed to be an Eagles fan. You're not forced to be an Eagles fan. Don't need this toxicity. Yeah. There's crybabies out there, unfortunately.
Soup is not holding a gun to your head. If you don't want to be an Eagles fan, take the jersey off. We don't need you. That's the problem with this fan base as well. That's also the problem. That mentality right there. I get more upset with this fan base more than us losing, honestly, because how they react. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's very ridiculous.
It is. It's getting to the point where it's every move we make. And what if Howie has a good draft? What if he actually has a good draft?
Oh, Howie is the GOAT. This is how we do.
I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying if he actually drafts well and they don't pan out with Nick Sirianni and this coaching staff, then who's to blame? The coaching staff. If you draft good players, if say you go in the first round, you draft Devontae Smith. You get Devontae Smith. Just say you get in the second round, you get Asante Samuel Jr. or you get Newsome or you get one, or you go and get Jock. You know, I mean, who knows? I'm just saying examples. If you get certain players like that and they don't pan out here, there's a problem. I think that's been a problem with this team. Could we have done better if we had a better coaching staff? I think Howie Roseman has been blocked from making making picks as well. I think Jeffrey Lurie has jumped in some of these drafts and have drafted some of these guys. No doubt about it. I think he's done that as well. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think Nick Sirianni has Howie's ear, and I think he is listening to everything that's going on. So I think. At the end of the day, when it comes to this draft, if you want to get those, you got to take a chance. You're not going to be giving up much to move up a few spots. Really, at the end of the day, you're really not. If you're moving up 4 or 5 spots, you got to jump in front of the Cowboys. You got to jump in front of the Giants because you just put yourself in a really bad position now to where if they find out during that draft who we want, just out of luxury, they could just be like, we don't care. We just want to make the Eagles worse and take one of our guys in this draft. And that's what I don't want to happen. Mm-hmm. That's what I do not want to happen at all. So, really hoping not. But there is, just want to make it announcement, guys, there is 146 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. If you guys haven't liked the stream, like the stream. It really does help a long way. And like the stream on both channels. We are streaming from 2 channels right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to Desert Eagle 90, another Eagles content creator, and one of my good friends as well. And every Friday at 10:30, we are going to be doing these streams every Friday. Obviously, Saturdays is the podcast, whether it's on Philly 500's channel or mine. That's a new thing going on. So tomorrow we'll have the draft preview on my channel. Philly 500 will be with me for the podcast. But if you guys haven't subscribed to Desert Eagle 90, the links are in the description below. Check those links, click on those links, and support Desert Eagle because he works hard, and we're very excited. We're very excited. Yeah,
Yes,
dude,
sir.
I couldn't stream for 3 months. So I mean, at the end of the day, like,
It's the worst feeling, I bet.
it's horrible, and that's the second time it's happened to me. Second time, hate it.
But you know what, man? Shout out to your loyal followers because they were still sticking around when you always made videos, though.
Yeah,
Shout out
definitely,
to the subscribers, though.
definitely. Because honestly, without you guys, we would have this wouldn't be anything at the end of the day. And at least
so
you know
who would say, without you guys, this literally does not work. Well, good morning, friends. Joey Shakes here, and as always, I thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the Joey Shakes podcast. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm pretty good. I still got it.
that voice should be in a book, bro. It should be in like an audio book. Like you get those you get those things of like, like those stories that help you fall asleep. It's like those apps that like they help you fall asleep with like stories like this story takes place in England where a young
I was impersonating this one book about the hungry caterpillar. I'm not sure you heard about that, but
I don't think so.
Whoever has a child, they might know who I'm talking about. The very hungry caterpillar. On Monday, he ate 1 apple. He was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 strawberries. He was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. I'm tripping. All right, let's skip it. On Thursday, he ate through 4 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 6 grapes, but he was still hungry. I'm off. I know. I'm off. I'm way off.
1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream.
1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 pizza, 1 such and such.
So what happens at the end of that story?
Huh?
What happens at the end of the story?
Well, he ended up getting a major tummy ache. He was one big fat caterpillar, wrapped himself in a cocoon, and along came a beautiful butterfly. Yep. Yeah. That's how it was. There it is. The very hungry. Yep. Brokey know what it is. Brokey 7-Eleven know what it is.
Oh, here's a good question. We haven't talked about this yet. This is from Timothy Lee Montgomery. Appreciate it, bro. He says, I am just jumping into the chat. I'm very curious to know how everyone feels about the possibility of Deshaun Watson putting on an Eagles uniform, assuming he's not charged with any sexual assault.
The cancel culture would attack my rear end if I made this video. I've been trying to make it for the longest, but it's up to you. It's up to you.
No, I mean, I'm not going to get into I'm not getting into what happened or anything, but I'm just going to talk about, the Eagles have been linked to Deshaun Watson this whole offseason. I'm not talking about just like they're interested. I'm talking like they're monitoring the situation, which And I think they still will, because think about it, Desert. Like, the longer these allegations, I'm not going to say that before I get, he's not charged with anything. He will. The longer this goes on with him, the less compensation Howie's going to have to give up to acquire him. At the end of the day, because if it was a month ago, if it was back in March during free agency, then we would be giving up like 2 first round. Who knows what we've been giving up for him? And I think Deshaun Watson's a great player. I love Deshaun Watson. I think he's a very, very good player. And I don't blame him for being the way he was either with that front office. All the trades, DeAndre Hopkins going, and just all the stuff is going. Go ahead.
He's that maximum potential that we want, for Jalen Hurts. I feel like Jalen Hurts is like in that, how do you say, category or like. I feel like Jalen. Yeah, it's like when you're comparing guys. I feel like it's Jalen Hurts, and Deshaun Watson. Like, they're both very fast. Both talented mobile quarterbacks. All of that. But yeah, he's that. Deshaun Watson is that maximum potential that we would want for Jalen Hurts. That's pretty much. It's so hard to explain, but you know what I mean.
Do you think it'd be fair to sign Deshaun Watson? For Jalen Hurts, or do you think
for Jalen Hurts' sake, probably not. We'll probably if we probably trade him to Houston, like Houston is pretty much hitting the reset button at that point.
Yeah,
they're hitting that reset button.
So I don't know what's going to go on with this, but we'll see what happens. But the longer this goes on, obviously Howie Roseman's going to be like, cheap, huh? He's. Did you say cheap?
Did you say cheap?
And that's what's going to happen. I think that's Like I think that's why he's monitoring. It's not just the Eagles. A couple teams are definitely looking into it as well. But we have a super chat from Where You Hiding, bro. Appreciate the super chat, man. He says, "Where you hiding, y'all? I love you two guys. Keep it up, you too."
Where you hiding? You drinking, bro? I love you too, guys.
Appreciate
what's
it,
up,
man.
My brother? What's going on, my brother? What's going on?
We ain't hiding. We're right here, bro. We ain't hiding from nobody.
We ain't hiding. Us real Eagles fans hide from no one.
If we want to go into something more here,
first of all, let's talk about what's going on. Did we already talk about this with the whole Jalen Hurts as far as they're still undecided on starting quarterback? Have we actually got into that part?
Kind of, but not really. We kind of went off from it. We could talk about that if you want. So what?
I just won't ever understand the logic of what was the point of, what was the point exactly? Because, let me get this straight. So, we gave up so many draft picks, so many players. Like, giving up, we traded DeMarco Murray, we traded Kiko Alonso, Byron Maxwell, so many draft picks, and let Sam Bradford go. Thank God. Oh, my God. That was the best robbery right there. First round pick, whatever. Carson Wentz was our starter, right? 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, slow rookie year. Moving on to the next MVP run. Always, my wife said always injured. I can't defend that. I can't defend that. I can't defend that anymore.
Right.
Especially after we got blown out by New Orleans. She was just, she had a field day that day. Anyway, so we even let to get straight to the point, we let our Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, we let him walk.
Yeah.
And we decided to not only keep Carson Wentz, but we gave him all that money, $100 million. So I want y'all to think about this. Everybody in the chat, think about this. Hopefully you understand what I mean. So we decided to keep Carson Wentz, pay him all that money. About another year or two later, not so much of a good season, or maybe we won the division, took the division, whatever, fluke, whatever, I don't care. We draft Jalen Hurts in the second round. And I tried, especially as an Eagles fan, to defend this. You know what? Maybe we're doing a Taysom Hill prod. Maybe that's what it is, So we did all of that, paid all this money. Up to Green Bay, we benched Carson Wentz, which I thought should have happened earlier in the season.
Yeah.
We traded Carson Wentz for a bag of Skittles. That's how I felt, in my opinion. At first.
Why? What do you mean?
At first.
Okay,
That's how
okay.
I felt at first, but I understood later on. And after the Sam Darnold, I was like, I actually feel a lot better.
Here's
what I'm trying to say. We let our franchise quarterback go, $100 million quarterback. We let him go for someone that's not even guaranteed to be our starting quarterback. What is up with that? What was the point? Oh, now all of a sudden we're Jalen Hurts is not guaranteed to be our guy. The Eagles fans, y'all wanted Jalen Hurts. Y'all wanted Carson Wentz gone. She did. She wanted Nick Foles. Y'all finally ran him out of the city. Yeah, y'all, the team, organization, all ran him out of the city. And now all of a sudden, y'all very hesitant on Jalen Hurts. All of a sudden, he's not a starting quarterback. What's going on? So we will find a quarterback now? So what are we? Joe Flacco? So what's the plan? That's my rant right there. We just kept making moves after moves after moves, and we're not thinking behind this. Leaving our franchise quarterback, our $100 million franchise quarterback, is like quitting a job without a backup job, without a backup plan. That's pretty much what we did. Let me say this again. Facts are bull. Am I allowed to curse or don't curse?
Whatever you want.
Facts are bullshit. Letting our quarterback go without an actual quarterback to replace is like quitting a job without another one to go to. That's pretty much what we did. So we're talking about building talent, drafting this, drafting that. We don't even have a damn quarterback. We don't even know who we're drafting, who we're targeting. So that's my rant there. Is Jalen Hurts our starting quarterback or not? We got this guy. He's committing. He's been working out. He's been interacting. He's been practicing with other quarterbacks, wide receivers, all that stuff. He's been doing a whole lot.
Bro, he met with Nick Sirianni when he had his inductory. When he walked into the door, there was a picture of them staying in the hallway together. Like, I think this is all a smokescreen, bro. I think Jalen Hurts is the guy at the end of the day. Like, Carson Wentz, the guy should have been benched earlier in the season by week 4 or 5, okay? And on top of everything else, if he's on another team right now and he's playing that bad, he would have been benched earlier. And I'm hearing that Doug wanted to bench him. The front office didn't want to bench him. I don't know what the case is, but I think Carson Wentz was mentally getting beat by Jalen Hurts on the field and off in his head, and couldn't take the challenge, and he even said during that Green Bay game, and this is not from me saying this, he said after that benching Green Bay, he just totally took his mind off his team. Not even after this offseason, okay? Not even during this offseason before the trade, he didn't even say anything to the fans. Didn't say, oh, let's go, guys, we're going to get this thing right next year, blah, blah, nothing. He was quiet. He pretty much left everything the way it was, didn't say anything, and then he gave us that really bad goodbye message that was so too professional, and he had someone write it for him to the fans and the Eagles organization. Because you know what? At the end of the day, all I'm thinking about is going to Indianapolis in 2022 and sacking him 15 times next year. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. I care about that first-round pick, and I care about bringing him to his knees.
That's the only reason why I'm rooting for him. That's the only reason why. After that, screw him. But, yeah, I mean, now I think about it. Perhaps you were right about that, the whole letter thing. I'm not going to lie. I kind of defended that for the moment. I didn't think people would just – I mean, if they really had to hire somebody to write the letter, it's fake. That's fake then.
It's fake, dude. If you're a player that's been here, that people are buying your jersey, bro. People are buying your jersey. People got posters of you on their walls. People and you're just gonna do a goodbye letter like that and make it all professional. Like, thank you for the Eagles organization for the opportunity. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, yeah, I probably didn't mention that part, but I know Carson Wentz was meant to. I did say I didn't like how Carson Wentz went out, and that's why I'm pretty much done with him. But yeah, it's like you guys say. Pretty much. I mean, we started using Jalen Hurts. The team definitely started leaning towards Jalen Hurts because when we went against Green Bay, all of a sudden everybody knew how to catch. All of a sudden we knew how to return kicks. All of a sudden defense was looking good.
The whole
team.
team.
All of a sudden, the whole team looked like we had fighting spirit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, but now all of a sudden it's like we're hesitant, because we're 1-3, or what's going on? I mean,
You there would have been at least a couple more wins in that win column. Like if Jalen Hurts started, I could actually believe that we would have won at least a few more games, a couple more games. I don't care if it's 2 more games with Jalen Hurts starting after week 4 of the season or whatever it was. But you kept a quarterback on the field that had no mechanics. Doug didn't help the situation. We had no run game. We ran with Miles Sanders probably 5 snaps or less most of the time. Miles Sanders would have had a 1,000-yard season if they actually used him. No run game for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was really throwing bad passes, and the chemistry was just bad. Period. It was bad. Mm-hmm. But of course, he goes to the Colts, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing him do all these training hype videos, and all this stuff's coming out because now it's like he's really happy. I actually believe he hated here. I actually believe that. Period. If you have a problem with your front office and you have a problem with something there, you go and talk about it. You don't just run away from your problems, talk to your agent, and be like, "Get me out of Philadelphia, please. I have to get out of here because mentally I just can't take it anymore." You know what I mean? I just can't. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't. I don't know why we're talking about this, but I understand the frustration, and I understand why you're talking about it, because then it's like now it's like you drafted Hurts in the 2nd round, and now you're being hesitant to play him this year. Like, why is there even a draft is here? Smoke screens are everywhere. That's why Howie Roseman won't even talk about the quarterback position, because they want teams to still know that they're interested in drafting a quarterback. Okay, that's the main purpose of the whole thing, and I understand why. But I give even this is how dumb we are. Okay, even when we put Hurts in games, like when Hurts came in. Not even for the Green Bay game. It was even earlier when they put him in for a few games, like for a rep or two. Why was Carson Wentz still on the field as a wide receiver? Like, why don't you just take him off the field, bro? Like why was he lined up? What kind of threat is he on the outside? You know how I thought Carson Wentz was soft? You want to hear the story of how I thought he was soft? Here, I think what really showed me how soft he was I think it was Green Bay last year. I think something like that. He got tackled. He got sacked. I think he's like, "Oh, good tackle, man." He goes up to the corner and he's like, "Oh, he's a good tackle." And he grabs his hand. He's like, "Oh, you're a heck of a ball player. Good tackle, man." And I'm like. That's how you're acting? Like, that's Philly-esque quarterback? Like, you're congratulating. I understand Andrew Luck did that stuff too, but you're an Eagles quarterback. You're not a Colts quarterback. You're not a Cowboys quarterback.
Say, "Hey, fuck you."
He's literally grabbing hands with the guy and congratulating him. Like, who?
Great job, man. Good sack.
Who is that?
I don't know.
That's when I found out, and then it's like I had this false hope every single year, like 2018 false hope, 2019 false hope, and I just figured because 2019, the last month of the season, when he put the team on his back and had to win out 4 games, the rest of the NFC East to get into the playoffs, and he did it, and I said, "Oh my God, this guy wants to avenge his name back into the NFL in 2020. Yep. He's going to do good things." I was so excited, and then obviously COVID hit, and all this stuff was going on, and now on top of everything else, we see them 14-0 in the lead against Washington the first game, and then ever since Washington came back and beat us, I make a video on this and say there's something wrong with Carson Wentz and there's something wrong with Doug. I got attacked so bad. I mean, give it another game. Okay, Give it another game after 2 games. Give it another game. It was just getting worse every single game. I'm not saying it's all Carson, and I'm not saying it was Carson Wentz's fault 100%. Doug had a lot to do with it. The scheme, the one-page playbook that we had, it was everything. It was everything. So this is all smokescreen, bro. Because I'm seeing all these clues. I'm seeing like Jalen Hurts is doing a lot, and I'm seeing him like meet Nick Sirianni in the hallway of a picture with them too, like looking at each other. Like I just don't believe that they're looking for a quarterback in this draft. I just don't see it happening at all.
Draft is Thursday.
It's close, man, and you know what? The closer it gets, the more we're gonna hear, and the more crazy. I can't wait till this is over. I really can't. I'm excited for it, but I can't wait till this is over. So I'm like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna do whatever we could do, and whatever players we drafted. That's it. Like at the end of the day, like here's a question right here. I'm sorry, Football 204. I was trying to before we got on this little rant. This is what we do. We go on a lot of rants. So please, this is we try our best here. So Football 2104 said, all right, would you rather have Waddle, Smith, Chase in the first and say Newsome, Samuel in the second, or Surtain or Horn in the first and Moore, Bateman in the second? Which combo?
I'm gonna be honest, you probably got to answer that one. You probably got to answer that one.
If I was to pick this right now, and I think just because you have some good receivers there, I would rather have Waddle, Smith, or Chase in the first, and then you're picking obviously the corners, and then picking the corners in Newsome or Asante Samuel Jr. in the second round. And you know what? I do like Surtain and Horn. Don't get me wrong.
Samuel? Oh, Asante Samuel?
His son. His son.
Yeah, Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, that's where I would go. I want to get a playmaker, bro. I want Jalen Hurts to get his weapon. Like that's what I want. Like that's what I'm looking for. I want him to have that weapon because honestly, look, I want a big competition. The more you add at wide receiver, the better we're going to be. I'd rather have more at wide receiver, more at linebacker, especially at the spots where we really need them. We need as much competition as possible. Now, if you talk about linebacker position, obviously, why is it every time we have a bad season, okay? Why is it when we have a bad season that we always find those gems? Like, we always find those guys that are like, wow, where did this guy come from? Of course, the Eagles are probably like, oh, we knew we had talent, when they really didn't, because that's how I think. So when you just think about that, it's just like, Jesus. I mean, there's so many different opportunities you have with it. Let me see. Football says Cowboys are trash. They definitely are.
Definitely are. Y'all still them boys.
Nikki Steve says Carson Wentz has never had that Philly personality fit.
He wasn't fit, yeah. For the moment, it was good, but yeah, his. They say QBs have the weakest mentality, but Carson Wentz, oh my God, horrible mentality. What?
Alex Ago says a part of me wants Wentz to destroy the Eagles in the game to tell the fans that they messed up.
Somebody time this dumbass out. Somebody time this dumbass out. You traitor.
I got nothing to say to that.
Look, at the moment, I was pretty upset. Maybe on some. I hope Carson Wentz. Prove. I mean, I guess look. I don't give a fuck if y'all called me.
Bro, at the end of the day, if you're still bro, at the end of the day, if you still like Carson Wentz and you're still an Eagles fan, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, then you're gonna have a really hard time rooting for the Eagles. Then at the end of the day. Then I don't know. I don't know who would wish Carson to beat us. I mean, that just makes no sense to me. But
I mean, maybe Giovanni probably would do it, but I'm not judging him in the slightest. Listen, he's still here because of Carson Wentz, so I feel like he should get a major pass.
Yeah.
And to hell with you Eagles fans that gave him a lot of, that did all that cyberbullying.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Very horrible.
Rich McCormick, good late hit. Clowney did not want to play away. Meanwhile, Josh McCown played on a torn hamstring. Like there's the toughness was not there with Carson Wentz at all. I mean, I don't know. Look, I think
that dirty hit.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That cheap shot.
Yeah.
Did not want to play away. Wait, as far as what, Carson Wentz didn't want to play, or?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess because since Carson Wentz, well, he had a concussion. Like that, he had a concussion, so that's why I'm kind of confused with it.
You can't compare a torn hamstring.
Like they're forced to they force you out of the game. Like if the doctors check you out and they say you can't play, there's nothing you could do about it. Like you get fined for hiding injuries. You can't hide injuries.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't know. That's not a good. That's not a. I mean, that's your opinion, but I don't agree with that one. I mean, without the. I mean, when you got a concussion, without a brain or whatever, your whole body pretty much shut down. So that's not really a good. That's not good. That wasn't a good take.
No, it was horrible. So it's Spunky 1991 with the super chat. Appreciate it, bro. He said nothing, but Spunky does have a channel, another Eagles YouTuber, and a very close friend of ours as well. Guys, check him out. Please subscribe to his channel if you guys have not. Trust me, his rants are fantastic.
Spunky probably did say something, but YouTube blurred it.
Yeah, no. Appreciate it, bro. Much, I really do. Because me and Spunky just talked a few days ago just about everything, and obviously, it's a very, very nervous, just very nervous about. All of us are. Just don't know what the hell's what's gonna happen, really. Eagle Slayer 95 says, "I'm not mad at the man. I felt how I felt. Now he's gone. I'm over it."
Same here, Eagle Slayer. Facts. Same here.
You just talked about him. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding.
Talk about what? What are you talking about?
You just talked about Carson Wentz.
Talking about the past. I'm over it.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. There's some things
Rock, paper, scissors.
You're not gonna let that go, are you?
Nope, not for a while. Not for a while.
Poop machine.
Best 2 out of 3.
Poop machine said, "In all honesty, Hurts reminds me of a seasoned vet. He has that swagger. He brings that edge to the game. That's definite. He never brings that edge. Like he does that little dance. I don't know. He does some stuff on the field. I don't know. But
he's actually a what do we call it? He was actually in the frap too.
The what?
What do you call it? Damn it!
I have no idea. The frap? What?
He was in the I'm tripping. I can't even think about it. I'm having one of those brain fart moments. But damn it! What sign is he? Because he does what he was part of the what Michael Jenkins does too.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm really confused right now.
I know you are. I gotta look it up.
Bishop Quest says, "My mom absolutely hated Carson Wentz this season. Definite." Rock Darts, it hurts us by QB. Wentz don't exist. He turned on us. Didn't fight for his job. Welcome back.
You kicked me off, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't touch anything.
I know.
Now you're gone. Now you're here. No. Now you're here.
I felt that one.
Rock Darts, what's going on, man? He says, Hurts is my QB. Wentz doesn't exist. He turned on us. He didn't fight for his job. I think that's the one thing. As soon as adversity hit, bye-bye. See you later. He was gone. Mentally gone. We got a super chat from Nitro Freak. What's going on, man? Here's a donation, to be honest. Listen, Eagles Nation went through a lot this week. Better days are ahead, guys. 1 week, baby. That's all that matters. You guys haven't subscribed to Nitro Freak, another close friend of ours, another Eagles content creator. If you don't know who Nitro Freak is, I don't know what you're watching. So please subscribe to his channel. It's been a kind of crazy week for Eagles Nation this week, but obviously some things going on. I'm not going to say it, but obviously we all know. But yeah, definitely, bro. Nitro Freak, you have a good time, whatever you're doing, man.
Nitro Freak. Yeah. You know what? I respect the hell out of Nitro Freak too. You know, he's what you call the heel of the fan base.
Oh yeah, like he brings reality into what he really brings the reality. Let me tell you something. Like there might be things I don't agree on Nitro with. Like there are things that maybe I disagree, but disagreeing there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, like he's a realist. He tells it like it is, and that's the good. That's good. I'm glad we have somebody like that. You know what I mean? That's not afraid to. I like Nitro because he doesn't follow that trend that everyone else does, which I do like.
That's why he gets so much shit on Twitter.
Exactly. Yeah, follow him on Twitter, definitely.
Nitro Freak, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a hater. Oh my God, he makes a dance. But yeah, Jalen Hurts. I meant to say the frat. That's what it was. He's a member of Omega. That's what he's a member of. He's the first member of Omega since Steve McNair. Wow.
What the hell is that? I don't know what that is.
Like he's part of a Damn it! What? Is she still there? Cause she may know a lot more than me. You know how females have the sorority.
Yeah.
Fraternity,
so what's it?
Yeah, fraternity. That's what he's part of.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
All right, I was confused. I was like going out of my mind.
What did he say?
Kavai Jones, what's going on, man? He said, "What is your reaction if Brandon Brooks gets traded?"
I honestly, it's got to be something good. It's got to be something good. Even though, Brandon Brooks, he's been hurt, but he's still arguably the best right guard in the league.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something good. Maybe not first, maybe second. I don't know, but
so those two Achilles injuries are pretty much like he's coming back from them, but he's got a big contract. I don't think it's going to work. Just like with Lane Johnson, even trading him, it won't even work. So I mean, you can't get rid of him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get rid of him. If they did, then yeah, I'd probably be bummed about it, obviously. But Nate Herbig was fantastic this year. I mean, undrafted. I mean, Herbig could play both. Huh?
Sorry, I read a comment that said Desert Eagle on my end is a lot quieter than you, Joey. I don't know if are you saying it's a mic issue or?
I don't know.
No, what were you saying, Joey? My bad. Go ahead.
I lost my train of thought again. See, this is what happens when you say things and then I stop and then I forget what I'm saying. Oh yeah, so I thought Nate Herbig played fantastic. I mean, he took Aaron Donald alone, and he was doing a fantastic job. Nate Herbig, Jack Driscoll, this offensive line has got some really. I mean, if we want to hit on picks and undrafted guys, Howie's done a good job with the trenches on the offensive line. Definitely, even Jordan Mailata, 6'8", 350 pounds. I mean, all we want to see is this guy know how to play football since he was a rugby player in Australia. And man, this guy could do so much. I mean, it's fantastic what he could do. I mean, I'm very impressed with Jordan Mailata and what he's done. Really, I mean, just he's got those violent hands. He's perfect, man. And then when they put Jason Peters back, I just lost all faith. And then Doug Peterson Doug Peterson was pretty much like, oh, he needs to learn what it's like to. He said something so dumb. He was like about being on the bench, and you need to see like the point of view from the bench, or I don't know. I don't know. Doug's no gone. Just don't draft his son at tight end. That's all I gotta say, because otherwise he'll never leave us. Okay, that's all I gotta say. If his son gets drafted here, I'm gonna cry.
Wait, Jason Peters?
No, Doug Peterson's son is.
Oh, Doug Peterson's son. Oh, damn.
Yeah, Doug Peterson's son's a tight end.
Oh, wow.
He got interviewed like a few weeks ago, and I was like, please don't. This is why I don't like. That's why I don't like John Clark with NBC Philadelphia, because he follows Wentz wherever he goes. He follows the dudes that no one should really care about, and it just annoys me. Okay, Doug Peterson's son, good for him. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, really?
Yeah, I wasn't sure who.
So, Mr. Question says, I'm excited for the draft in general since it's my first watching one and seeing who the 49ers decide to pick. I don't know, man. Like I'm figuring it's going to be a quarterback, but some people are saying it's not. But I highly doubt it. I mean, I saw John Lynch at Justin Fields' pro day, Trey Lance's pro day, so I think they're in for a quarterback at the end of the day. Obviously, Lawrence going to the Jags. Zach Wilson going to the Jets, obviously, after trading Sam Darnold to Carolina, which was probably a good move for them. I think Sam Darnold got met. I mean, with Adam Gase running that team, I think it just screwed everything up with him being there. It stinks when you have a player through bad coaching hires. They don't play well because of just bad development. Obviously, we have bad development here because all of a sudden Sidney Jones can't cover anything at all, not even a fly, and then he goes and he picks off Aaron Rodgers like it's nothing. I mean, it's just crazy. Rasul Douglas just got traded to the Raiders, or I think he signed with the Raiders, I think. Went to Carolina, actually played. I need this defense to play press in this Jonathan Gannon system. I think you're going to see a lot of linebackers in coverage. You're going to see blitzes. Do you agree with me, Desert, that you have to blitz in this game to win? Like, you have to. And Jim Schwartz didn't. Jim Schwartz didn't do that.
Blitz, yeah. That was our major complaint. That was our major complaint in this game. Most of the time we lost because we didn't blitz enough.
Yeah.
Like you see how different the team is when we blitz versus when the time we don't blitz.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I know. Like, that's why you can't rely on your defensive line for everything. It's just it's just crazy.
Our defensive line is supposed to be borderline unfair, but they haven't been able to do anything, really. No, like that.
Yeah. I Bleed Green 20 says, hey, this guy just finishing a 14-hour day. Glad to see you live stream, bro. Appreciate it, man. It's glad to be back to the live streaming period.
Yes, sir.
It is glad.
I bet. Jim Johnson knew how to blitz. Jim Johnson had the scariest defense. Oh,
hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Skeep the Night Dude says, Hurts reminds me of like a commander in the army or something. He is a true leader. I think he is.
Sir.
I think he is, definitely. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Des? Anything in particular? Anything at all?
No,
because
I ain't got nothing else. I mean, I'm good for the most part,
Yeah. I mean, I was going to see if we were just like a few more minutes, maybe 5 more minutes, something like that, and we'll kind of just end it here.
Yeah.
Since it's we've already gone over like 2 hours. I mean, the time just flew by tonight. I didn't think.
It sure did. God dang. That's my check. It was like 50 minutes.
Let's see. Torville says Mulata is on the verge of being a great offensive tackle. I would like to see running work with him to develop a continuous nasty streak. Yeah, I mean, I think all Mulata really needs is just more reps, and I think him and Dillard are going to go head to head and can't. Obviously, I don't think Dillard's going to make it. His body came and hold up in the NFL as it is right now, and unfortunately, I think the starting spot is going to go. I mean, if you got somebody that's 6'8", 350 and can manhandle people around, I think you're going to be well protected. He could be one of the next greats at left tackle. And that's crazy to say because I made a video a week or two on Jordan Mailata could be one of the best offensive tackles in the league because they're going to if he starts this year, teams are definitely going to recognize him a lot more. And I understand, what do you think, Desert? Do you think the Eagles, and look, here's what I think, about the whole Andre Dillard situation, because we really don't have depth at tackle on the left side, at least because Jack Driscoll pretty much plays the right side. Do you think that even with Mailata starting, do you think Dillard should Dillard be traded, or do you think the Eagles could afford to trade him, or do you think they should keep him here just as a depth piece? Obviously,
I think we should probably trade him. Honestly, I mean, I know. It'd be a major loss in depth, but I mean, who's another person we have at left tackle? There's Andre Dillard. No, I'm tripping. No, there's Jordan Mailata. Do we still have Prince Tekawanago, or is he?
Nah, he's gone. He's gone.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Then Jack Driscoll, I believe, was left guard or right tackle. Is that what he was?
Right. They pretty much made him as a right tackle. They pretty much made him as a right tackle. Yeah, I don't know if he could play left side. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think if you have Dillard here, at least try to cross train him to other positions, or kind of keep him as that left tackle, that swing guy. I mean, we have nobody. They're gonna have to keep him. Plus, he's cheap anyway. So I mean, just keep him at this point.
Yeah, I was just saying because I have a feeling I don't think he has that mindset that he still wants to be here though. For real, for real. I mean, there's a couple things I've heard that he always got into fights or arguments or whatever with certain players, and I'm just like, man, I don't know. I would probably bring a lot of competition to left tackle. For Andre Dillard, I say trade him if it's not going to work with him. But it's like we gave up a first round pick. I mean, we gave up we drafted him with a first round pick, and Jordan Mailata. When was he drafted? Like, was he undrafted free agent, or was he like a fifth or sixth round, something like that?
Mailata was a 7th round pick.
He was a 7th round pick. And you beat out a former first round pick, bro. Like,
yeah, but at the same time, the Eagles didn't do Andre Dillard the favor either, because all they did with his first year is they put Jason Peters in front of him. They never even started him. And then when Jason Peters, had to take a breather because he's like over 300 pounds and couldn't do anything, they threw in Andre Dillard in 3 games. They put him at right tackle for 1 game and totally got lambasted. I mean, lost his confidence. I mean, I don't think the Eagles have done right by some of these draft picks as well, because their scheme is horrible. How they run their offense or defense was horrible, and the development is just bad, period. Obviously, this is why you see guys like L.J. Fort leaving the Philadelphia Eagles, a linebacker we needed badly. Not even 2 games in with the Ravens, he got a 4-year extension. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So, I think you really got to keep him here just to see if, maybe he turns around, maybe he doesn't. But if he doesn't, then you might as well keep him at this point. Like, we have no depth unless they draft. They're definitely going to draft somebody in the trenches. They're definitely going to draft someone offense. They always draft an offensive lineman every single year. They'll draft another guy with potential. See how that goes. Obviously, Jason Kelce is something we have to think about, because this is pretty much his last year. I don't think he's playing with the Eagles after this year, so you really have to look at center and say to yourself, like, we got to figure that position out, like, quickly.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he was done this year after that last game. Oh, my God. The way Lane Johnson was standing there looking, the way Jason Kelce, it was like, I really can't believe this motherfucker really did that. I think I'm ready to retire.
Yeah.
I really thought that was the case. But, I you know what? I think, I'm going to end up agreeing about Andre Dillard. We have literally no depth at left tackle. We need a lot of depth there. Jason Kelce's sake, we need depth at center. And I know Isaac Seumalo plays center, but I'm not really. Maybe you know a lot about Isaac Seumalo, but I don't really trust him all like that, to be honest with you, especially when it comes to him playing center. I know he plays left guard and also center, but he botched. I think he's a little worse in botching than Jason Kelce.
Yeah, like I think the worst. I mean, I don't know. I think Dillard can actually be better than even Matt Pryor. I'm like, Matt Pryor is just horrible. Like,
he's horrible.
Horrible. When Lane Johnson couldn't play the first game, the opener last year, like literally, like they put Jack Driscoll at right tackle. Like they had full faith. They didn't even put Matt Pryor at right tackle. They put Jack Driscoll, a rookie, at right tackle. And he actually played really well. I think he blocked the wrong guy like 2 times, but I mean, it's his first game in the NFL, so I mean, I couldn't really botch him too much. But at the same time, like he showed a lot of confidence and he showed he could play in the NFL. So I mean, these mid draft picks we're getting on some of these trench guys. Isaac Seumalo is weird to me because PFF has him as ranked one of the best one of the best left guards. Okay, I think his run blocking is good. His pass protection is like I'm not really a big fan of it, but he's been one of the only healthy guys we've pretty much had. I mean, I think Jason Kelce was the only healthy center, offensive lineman that we had. And then I think during one of these games, I think Kelce left for a few plays. That Justica guy came in and played horrible. But we had 14 offensive line changes. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, KC just made a trade today, big trade.
Tackle, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like KC falls apart from 1 or 2 tackles being gone, or 2 offensive linemen being gone. I mean, they have no depth. That just shows that they weren't prepared for this to happen, obviously. But it's hard to get depth at every position. Like you try your hardest, but it's just so the Chiefs traded. So the Chiefs traded for Orlando Brown, the left tackle for the Ravens. So The Chiefs ended up getting Orlando Brown, a 2021 second and a 2022 sixth rounder. Okay, the Ravens got their first round pick. Okay, a third and a fourth, and a 2021 fifth. So I mean, they gave up a good amount, but at the same time, that's when I was watching that Super Bowl last year, and I was like, wow, like we went through 14 offensive line changes. They're losing they have a couple guys going. They can't even like move guys around, or they couldn't even try to do anything, and they just fell apart like boom. Like it was crazy how that even happened. But yeah, other than that, guys, I appreciate everybody being here tonight. We went like 2 hours, 13 minutes. I appreciate everybody being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, obviously we go for Eagles news all year round. It never stops. Like the stream if you guys haven't before you leave, guys. If you guys have not subscribed to Desert Eagle 90, please head to his channel. Links in the description below. And subscribe to his channel. Sub him up. He deserves it. We're working really hard this offseason. We've been working as much as we possibly can and trying to cover everything for you guys. So hit those links down below. Subscribe. Like the video. And other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. So, Des, I don't know if you got anything to say or, just what's to come for the channel or whatnot.
All I'm going to say is I'm very excited for the draft. Going to be on Thursday for day one of the draft, which is also my birthday. So all I want for my birthday is a great draft. Who we going to draft day one? But is it going to happen? I don't know. But like I said before, if you want to subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. We're going to talk some Eagles football, talk about whatever, man. Play some video games, It's just what it is, It also depends what y'all expect, because you guys are taking your time and watching. You're gonna be taking your time watching the channel. That's gonna be appreciated, ahead of time, But other than that, it's just good to be back on the stream, talking some good old Eagles football, especially with my brother. I'm pointing at the right direction, especially with my brother right there, Joey Shakes. Anyway, man. Ain't not much to say, man. Just you guys have yourselves a great weekend. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. You probably don't remember. Yeah, we all know what happened, but
right.
But yeah, you guys have yourselves a good weekend. Though you guys sleep well, and that's pretty much all I got to say.
All right, guys. Well, all right. I will see you guys later. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys, like I said, guys, you're not going to be disappointed. Every Friday at 10:30, we will be streaming together. And obviously, when the season comes, we're going to figure out some other things when the time comes. But as of right now, Friday, 10:30, me and Desert Eagle on Fridays. And then check out the podcast on my channel tomorrow. Third episode with Philly 500 tomorrow night at 9. Should be interesting and a lot of fun. We have our podcast name. We have a winner already for the podcast name. And you guys will find out about that as well. So appreciate you guys coming in. Like the stream, subscribe to both of our channels if you guys can. It really does help us out a lot. And I will see you guys later. So shakes go up, files fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.